Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to a new episode of the CzechXicans podcast. We're here to hang out. We're here to party. We're here to talk about our most anticipated of the year. Hector went through a whole spiel that he talked about.
I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
But thank you guys so much already for so many of the super chats. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. So here's what I said a second ago. We are now in this new space. And to justify the costs of using this room once a week, we're doing live shows once a week. We're also watching movies and stuff together. Yeah. We're doing reactions that are going to be coming to you on YouTube. We're talking Blue Beetle. We're talking Morbius. Well, at Blue Beetle we didn't do here in person, but we did Morbius together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we now have a monthly goal of about $800. And because of your guys' support, as of right now, we're about $40 shy of that. And firstly, we want to thank you guys so much for the support this entire month. We're gonna keep going as long as we can. We're gonna do a stream and hang out together once a week, which has been so much fun. And let you guys know about any other goals and stuff that we have in mind. I know one of the things we talked about is like we are going to trick out our background, so that's going to be a process.
That's the next thing. After our rent is covered, then we talk about how we can make this covered.
So we are now about $35 shy of that goal. But like Adam said, we're here to talk to you guys, and if you guys have any super chat questions, let us know, and we're going to talk to you guys and hang out.
And because we're talking about most anticipated projects of the year, it doesn't have to be just about like what we're talking about at the time. If you have a project that maybe we don't know about, let us know. But yeah, it's
this is a very interactive episode.
Last week was not. We were flying by the seat of our pants.
And that's the thing that will happen with the podcast from time to time. We'll do stuff like we were talking about, or he brought it up. It's not a very audio friendly episode because it's just so purely. It's reliant on visuals, but like whatever.
We did the character ranking,
whatever. It's still fun.
So much fun.
You can still like if you're listening, you're like Aquaman's A tier, this character's B tier. You know, you'll still get an idea of what it's about.
I still laugh when I think about that one commenter that said, "I don't remember most of these jabronis." I was like, "That's so funny, dude. That's so funny."
There was also somebody in the Discord that put their own ranking. And every character was F except for Eagly, who was S tier at the top.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful. I did see that.
Who did that?
I love that.
Also, you obviously, if you're not in the Discord yet, especially if you're a part of the Patreon, you should join the Discord and connect your Discord to your Patreon account, so you can access all the different channels and stuff. But it's so much fun to go in there and have people posting things, whether it's like their own versions of the tier maker, physical media posting a lot, posting a lot of stuff. So the conversation's been really,
it was
good.
Justin. Justin's in the chat. He actually super chatted. That was Justin in the chat who put the epic.
Do we have any super chat questions right now? You want to jump in with
questions.
those?
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, we have some
there's a ton, bro.
Is there?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, crap! You're right.
You can toggle that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go here.
We can toggle.
Hola, Puerto Rico.
Oh, Puerto Rico.
Well, first of all, Evan was in the chat, and
CzechXicans.
he said he couldn't make it.
Okay,
but he did drop $1.99, which is
thank
awesome.
you so much.
So y'all getting the Dune bucket?
Have you seen that thing?
No,
very inappropriate.
Bro,
the Doom bucket.
Pull up
my
a new
God.
tab.
You want me to pull up? You pull it up.
He's got it.
That Doom bucket.
Let him discover that on his own.
I wish I could punch it on your face right now.
Basically,
Doom popcorn bucket.
Popcorn bucket.
Damn it, ads.
God.
Dune
popcorn
What are you watching a video?
If you
it's a website with.
Go to.
Oh no.
That thing looks like a butthole.
Oh Lord! Oh wait, I think Evan sent me this already. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. That's a flesh bucket. Right there. That's a flesh bucket.
You just know that someone's gonna buy it and go home.
Yeah. Someone's not gonna watch the movie. With this one. Yeah. That's dangerous. In a dark movie theater?
Extra butter, please.
Oh, no. Oh, Lordy. Oh, that's
the
dangerous.
spice must flow.
Oh, my God.
People need to chill with that bucket, yo.
That's nasty. Oh, we got some more questions.
Speaking of extra butter, we are going to be watching Dune Part 1. We're going to watch it in 3D.
Yeah.
We're going to put those reactions up on Patreon and on YouTube.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned some things, but just to give you guys a little bit more info, we're going to be doing Morbius, Blue Beetle, Oppenheimer, The Marvels, Kung Fu Panda, Ghostbusters, Dune.
A lot of movie reactions.
And then a lot more movie reactions, too.
It's too many.
We're basically utilizing the space to do movie reactions together.
Yeah.
because I think they're more fun that way.
And we can do them in 3D.
And we can do them in 3D if we want.
Person,
and then we're doing the podcast here too. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So okay, so we're gonna get back to the super chats because we got a lot of super chats. B. Ella dropped $50. Thank you so much. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Did we drop again?
What is happening? No.
Oh, okay. You did that last time.
I'm just shocked that so many people are.
And last time, and we dropped out. So.
You got to respond positively.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
You're responding.
You got to go like
it's a tech issue.
Okay.
I'll do this if it goes down.
This is B. Ella. What is their question?
No question. She just said, "Hey guys, sending some love. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Purple Heart. Appreciate it.
I think that was the thing I saw at the beginning.
Yeah, that was at the very beginning.
So that made me go, we're about $40. We're about $35.
That's right.
I feel like we must have hit it by now.
We're there. We're good. We're good to go.
Wow.
Justin de Cesar, who dropped that wonderful, the crazy ranking list in the Discord.
Yeah.
He says, he dropped $10. Thank you so much, Justin. I saw y'all's Iron Claw reviews on Letterboxd, and he calls me out and says, I need to use mine. Of course I do. I don't.
Oh, Letterboxd?
I only use it as we watch movies at this point.
I know.
And I was also bummed to hear about the exclusion of the other brother, but man, I was bawling throughout that movie. P.S.
Great movie.
Watch Lost.
Great.
Listen, I know about that movie because I heard about that other brother who was excluded, whose story might have been too tragic to tell on this movie.
I heard about that too.
So
because that movie already is
exactly. Apparently, it gets worse when you include that other brother's story.
God.
So it might have been a creative decision to say, "Hey, we just want to keep it to this or whatever."
I don't know if it was like a bad call. I don't know. Because I think the movie is, you know what I mean? I'm like,
because the movie's already so
I've
good.
heard it was tragic.
Yeah.
Like
it's the thing
the
where
story,
like,
but also the movie.
Yeah.
It's the thing where like, if that brother's story was also included, I think we'd be watching the movie and going, man, this is just unrealistically sad.
Right.
That's and it's like, that's real life.
Exactly.
Totally.
So,
exactly.
Check it out if you haven't seen it.
But he also said to watch Lost. So
Lost is cool.
There's I guess I won't spoil it, but the very end of the movie, there's one line that Zac Efron says, and I was like,
oh
no.
God.
Dude, Zac Efron is a great actor.
Oh, he's so good. Yeah.
I'm a fan. I love him.
Totally.
I've loved him since 17 again. I thought he was funny
he's good
in
that movie.
Dude.
He's so good in that
he's
movie.
He's always been a very genuine guy, I think.
I agree.
I think he got a bad rap early on with his career.
Of course, because
Teen Idol.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart doing Twilight movies.
Yeah,
they're both great actors. Yeah,
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Next question.
Next one, Senator, $5. Thank you so much. What's my most anticipated? Another and the rest of the year. Another and the rest of the year with the homies. Love y'all from Senny. Thank you so much, Senny.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. This is their 5th super chat on the live stream. So I appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Laggy with $4.99. Thank you so much. What's up, homies? I hardly comment. Been following y'all since superhero news. Doctor Strange trailer review. That was old school.
Oh wow,
that's old.
It's 2016.
School. Have y'all watched Legend of Korra? Watch along? ?
Here's where it's at right now. We're gonna do the live action Avatar, and if it does well enough on like YouTube viewership, we might decide to do the cartoon like this year.
Right.
Yeah.
To go back and rewatch Avatar: The Last Airbender 3 seasons, but it's not something that's super priority.
Right.
It depends on what else is kind of happening. But we've got 4 burners. Okay. And right now
we were just talking about the craziness with X-Men.
We just moved something to the front burner.
Yeah. We're playing Overcooked right now. And shit is burning.
Yeah.
All the burners in the front are going, and then we're adding more.
Yeah, shit's getting crispy right now.
Yeah.
So
we're yelling to the kitchen, 55 burgers, 55 shakes, 55 fries.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
And the kitchen's like, editors are like, we're working, man. But
guys,
so
calm down.
Right now, that's on the back burner.
Yeah.
But we would love to do it. And then really to get to Korra, because I haven't rewatched Korra as often as I have Avatar.
I've seen
Korra's a
Korra
great
through
show.
Twice.
Yeah, I think maybe me too.
Yeah.
And he's never seen it.
No, not
and
Korra.
it's such a cool show.
Yeah, it is a
I'd
very
love
good
to watch
show.
it with
Very
you guys.
good show.
So thank you.
That's a good one, but calm down.
Yeah.
Wait.
Back burner. It's
Yes.
okay. It's okay.
David Taylor with the $5. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Hey, guys. Hope you're doing well. Excited to check out the Blue Beetle reaction. It's
Sweet.
really good.
Sweet.
Augustine never seen it, so it was
Yeah,
good,
this is my first time watching. Wanted the Echo Ensemble watched the Echo Ensemble documentary on Disney Plus.
Assembled.
It's one. Assembled. Said ensemble.
It is an ensemble.
It is an ensemble.
But that's
it's one of the best ones.
Yeah. Oh,
Thanks,
cool.
David.
I haven't seen it yet.
It just came out like
I
today.
heard.
Oh, it did.
I think I might have seen David's tweet.
Okay.
There was somebody who was really excited on Twitter.
It's in my watch list already. But I love watching those. They're cool.
Yeah.
Can somebody donate money so I can take reading classes?
No,
I can't.
It's okay. It's okay.
I need to go back to school
You should
again.
see how many comic books he has. What are you doing?
Those have pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
Those have pictures.
I look at the
Turn
pictures.
to the left.
I look at the picture.
Superman, because they're Superman.
Superman.
I know this says Superman because he's right there.
Buttman.
That, by the way, that moment when people have asked Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey, like, which one was dumb and which one was dumber.
Yeah.
Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey have said, well, Lloyd Christmas couldn't read.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
he's dumber.
He's dumber, yes.
And the Jeff Bridges character is dumb.
Jeff Daniels, yeah.
Jeff Bridges.
See?
That's all
Yeah,
right,
man,
movie, baby.
Hey, we're
Perfect. I feel much
ironmongers.
better about myself.
Lloyd,
right
we're
Samsonite, I was way off.
Tyler Reed with $20 in his first super chat. Thank you so much, Tyler. What's up,
Thanks,
homies?
Tyler.
This is my
Thanks, Tyler.
first ever catching you guys live. Been watching since Superhero News Days. Love all the hard work you guys do. Excited for the future.
Thank you,
I got
Tyler.
interrupted
Thank
by
you.
that one because I love that comment. I'm very happy that people have followed us over. We actually count on fans like you to do that because Lord knows we've changed tons of channels and things have
Been a
happened.
long 10-year journey.
But that comment also makes me feel like an old guy.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like an old guy.
It's okay.
I feel like an old guy.
We're old.
Especially
We're
when we were just talking about it on Instagram when dude's like, I watched you when I was 5 years old and I'm a doctor now.
Sometimes that happens, though. We go to a con or something and someone's like, oh, man, it's so nice to meet you. I've been watching you since I was a teenager. I'm like, you're a
and
grown
I'm
adult with a
president
beard.
of the United States
Yeah,
now.
I'm like, oh.
I've been watching since the Obama administration. Oh my
God.
Casio Skunk Productions. That's a cool name.
That's a cool name.
Oh, yeah, it's Ralph.
Anticipating seeing Hector and getting lost. Wow.
Yeah,
I
that's
think a lot of
because
people are looking forward to.
That's Ralph being cheeky. That's Ralph, producer of that documentary, promoting the documentary.
There you
Okay, Ralph. All right, everybody.
That is Ralph.
Everybody knows about it.
That's
No,
funny.
I'm excited about it too.
Yeah.
They just flew to Hawaii
Oh, cool.
and they
okay.
interviewed
Getting it going, huh?
Daniel Day Kim
Oh, nice.
and some other lost,
that handsome man.
gorgeous Fire
Yeah.
Lord Ozai.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm so stoked because they went to some of the shooting locations.
cool.
So congrats on that, Ralph. I can't wait to see the sort of finished product of this
I
documentary.
think there's
Yeah.
a lot of
Fun.
people looking forward to
Yeah.
that, though.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of people looking
Holy
forward to that
Christ,
project.
there's so many Lost fans. Are you kidding me?
20th anniversary this year, man.
That's insane.
20th anniversary
That's
of the
insane.
show debuting.
Dang.
Speaking of
Which is great.
documentaries, you know, a documentary I'm really looking forward to that's also, I don't want to say celebrating something, but it's the Superman Christopher Reeve documentary.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Everyone who saw it at Sundance said that it was the movie or project that they watched that made them cry the most.
Oh my god. Yeah, because his life story is so inspirational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so like
Yeah, we might have to
Man.
watch that together.
I think so.
And you'll believe a man will cry.
Oh, you know what other one we should watch? I know you guys have seen it already, but the Iron Giant documentary.
Oh my
the document.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Didn't you and I watch it at
You guys
WonderCon
watched it
together?
We watched
together,
it
yeah.
at WonderCon.
Yeah.
And then Brad
I haven't
Bird
seen it yet.
went up and did the panel.
Yeah.
Just
And
sobbing
like,
uncontrollably.
were you there too? with
No,
us?
I
Like,
wasn't there. I heard about it after.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was special.
Mporth 2000 with the $10. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. You guys are a joy to listen to, and I hope you're doing well. What is your expectations for James Gunn's universe, especially for Superman? If you could pick a superhero headquarters to live at, which one would that be?
Oh, that's a multi-part question. First,
that is
let's
multi-part.
do
That's a big one.
Let's do the superhero headquarters. That's fun. Let's do
Yeah.
that first. It's tough not to say the
I
Fortress
would
of Solitude.
want to live
Or the
probably
Batcave.
at Plastic Man's house.
Okay,
I
why?
think I would say
Yeah.
the Hall of Justice.
It's just like a normal apartment.
Okay. yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
It's
good
probably
point.
got a pretty swanky.
That's a good point.
I would say the Hall of Justice only because it's probably closer to get to than the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, that's up there. Yeah.
The Batcave is very dimly lit,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
Hall of Justice has a lot of rooms where we can make a lot of cool videos.
I see.
So
You know, I
Try to
changed my
take
answer.
advantage.
Yeah.
I changed my answer. This isn't a DC superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another superhero, but the Incredibles house from Incredibles 2.
That's a great
That's a
want
good
that.
one.
That pad,
Yeah.
that's gold.
That is your
pretty sick.
aesthetic.
That is
pretty
gold.
sick.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's my life. That
That's a
is
good one.
it
So
right
funny.
there.
That's a good one.
I think as far as the James Gunn Superman question, I
Yeah.
think it's all headed in the right direction.
yeah.
My expectations are I don't want to let them get too high.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to what the first project is going to be and seeing what the tone is. But I also want to be very realistic in that, like, he's got a lot of pressure on him.
He does.
It's a lot to be writing. And
Yeah.
I keep watching him tweet, and I'm like, I really hope this pays off for him.
I know, me
because
too.
he's been like shutting people down.
Yeah.
He's been putting out all the right information.
Yeah. He's really trying to
been-
control the narrative.
He's really trying to control the narrative, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that everything pays off. I think that's really what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I hope that the industry treats him right, regardless of whether the movie is like a financial success or not. Because he's such a creative mind that I'm just like, this guy needs to keep creating. He needs to keep making things and telling stories his way.
So you're saying that if you think that like this Superman movie doesn't hit,
Right.
that it's going to kind of mess him up a little bit? That
Well,
it
I'm
might...
hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping
Yeah.
like the internet doesn't turn on him. Because right now
I see.
he's like a beloved guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truthfully, and I know Creature Commandos comes out before that technically.
Yeah.
And Waller, there hasn't really been an update as to when it's going to come out. It was announced as the second project, but
Yeah.
he
Who
did
knows?
just say today that some stuff has moved
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
But if Superman doesn't hit, they're in trouble.
They're in trouble.
Yeah.
Superman has to
but,
work.
But there's so many other things now in motion.
There are,
like
yeah.
they cast Supergirl, and she's going to get her own movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, is Warner Brothers going to step in if Superman doesn't hit and go, we're not going to do Supergirl?
It's
because
possible.
they're Warner Brothers.
It's
Right.
possible.
That's
they
how
do shit like that.
That's how they treated the
Yeah.
previous DC
Right.
franchise.
Yeah.
And even if James Gunn or whoever goes, no, like
Patience.
we have to build up this character, and we
Yeah.
can't just freak out. And I don't know how much power, creative control he truly has.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hoping for the best, yeah.
the other thing I want to talk about is real quick. Well, first of all, I think it's great casting for the Supergirl. And this is
Absolutely.
This is like we watched
We
House,
watched
of,
House of the Dragon season 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 1 on YouTube is
Yeah.
coming soon. It's in the works. Wait, is that coming
It's
soon?
Hector's favorite
No?
show.
Oh, I
No,
thought it
that's
was-
like August.
Am I wrong? Just a sidebar for a second. Am I wrong in thinking? Did you set up some kind of like premiere on
I
YouTube?
did, and then I took it down because I
Oh.
didn't know it was going to be public facing.
Yeah.
So no.
Okay,
So
never
no.
mind.
That
You
was
watched
just
it on
a test.
Patreon,
But
though.
Yeah.
the second season is coming in August.
Yeah.
And we're going to put our stuff out on YouTube before then.
Yeah.
So that's happening this year, and she's great in that show, and we watch it, and you can see it on Patreon. But what I was going to say was,
Everyone's pissed now.
no, it's whatever. It's guys, back burner. We have 4 burners.
We got
Okay?
a lot of stuff
and
going on.
things are
Yeah.
happening. But the thing I want to talk about is like mainly I think I brought this up before, but right now I have a concern and a wish, which is that I want Aquaman going forward to be Pacific Islander, even if it's
I
not
think
Jason
it's gotta
Momoa.
be. Yeah.
My belief now, my strongly held belief is that I think that casting choice like strengthened the character.
Oh yeah.
And I want that to be the precedent going forward. And I don't know if James Gunn's going to do it. And I'll tell you why. Because he had an option to do something with Supergirl. And I think he is, like he did with Superman and a lot of the characters in Legacy, in Superman Legacy, he's kind of playing it safe. But
Absolutely.
then again, most of the Superman characters and like supporting characters traditionally in the comic book lore for 80 years have been mostly white. It's been here and there have things kind of been, infused with a little bit more diversity, a little bit more like updating of the roster. I'm talking about like Perry White, for example, Lawrence Fishburne. We talked about him last
Yeah.
week. That like great acting choice. We wish the character would have been, But when looking at Supergirl, last year we just had Sasha Calle, Latina Supergirl. And I know that even that is like, well, she was supposed to maybe be related to Henry Cavill. Kind of doesn't make, do you know what I mean? Kind of doesn't make sense if she's really the cousin, but then it's like another universe.
Right.
And that's what's frustrating about this other universe thing is that sometimes they'll take chances with the other universe, but the main universe gets to stay white or gets to stay established. And that was what the problem was with Miles Morales back in the day. In the comic books, he was the Spider-Man of the separated
Universe.
Ultimate
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
Comics, and Peter was still alive in this other one over here. And then Marvel, I think, understood that after a couple years, and they're like, let's have them both be in the mainline 616. And I think that's kind of the best call. And then look at Spider-Verse. You have both, or at least Miles interacting with the Peter B. Parker, to be able to tell that story. So the thing about Supergirl is I don't think I necessarily expected James Gunn to be like, here's a Latina actress playing Supergirl.
Yeah.
But what I'm looking at now is like, okay, let's look at the cast of Superman Legacy. We've got Superman, Lois, Jimmy, Lex Luthor, are like the 4 core Superman characters, and they're all white actors. And it's like, there's been some variation with some of those characters in the past media. My Adventures of Superman has an Asian Lois Lane, a black Jimmy Olsen. We've had Lex Luthor that has there's some versions where he's a person of color, but not really. Like Superman and Lois started with that, and then he was John Henry Irons.
Right.
Remember that?
Yep.
And people have talked about Superman the animated series, that Clancy Brown character, because he had like tan skin,
like tan olive skin,
and like kind of pronounced lips. People were like, "That's a black dude," and other people were like, "No, he's the same skin tone as Superman." But then it was like, "Well, he could be." Like it did. Like it
Jimmy
was.
Olsen and Supergirl was black.
Yes.
Todd Brooks played him.
Yes,
Yeah.
so there's been some variation, but it felt like James Gunn looked at that and was kind of going with the classic sort of versions of the characters. Then the rest of that movie, we've got Guy Gardner, Metamorpho, some other characters, but then you also have Mr. Terrific,
Hawk Girl's in there.
Hawk Girl, and another character from The Authority called the Engineer, and those are people of color. And then kind of everybody else in the like Metamorpho, Guy Gardner heroes that are coming in, they're like white actors. They look fantastic for the role, but it's like it seems like it's just interesting to see which characters he's deciding from DC to bring in versus other characters.
It's also interesting now that you're like saying it out loud. I feel like all of the classic characters are of one race.
Yes.
I mean, for now, we don't know what all
we,
the other heroes are going to be.
It's all hearsay.
Yeah, it's just all one movie.
Yeah.
But then all the characters who are kind of like the newer heroes are more diverse.
The engineer or the
right.
and again, it's like it's just this one specific project. When you look at James Gunn and his casting in his superhero movies, let's say, they've been pretty diverse, but there's also little caveats. Like Guardians of the Galaxy has a very diverse cast, but technically, Zoe Saldana's in green makeup. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like,
but backstage she speaks Spanish, so
for sure.
Gamora
she's
in
Latina.
the Latina delegation,
right?
For
exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
And like Mantis is also played by the wonderful Pam Clementieff, but she's also like an alien. She's like an Asian woman character from Earth.
She's Asian coded.
But you're right. So then, like, really, the only like it's like Peter Quill. He's like the white guy in that movie, and everybody else is kind of alien or humanoid or whatever you want to say. And then Guardians 2 is like same sort of thing. And then you get to Suicide Squad, and the lead is arguably Idris Elba, maybe with Harley, and maybe
Peacemaker.
But even then, that's like a pretty diverse cast.
Yeah.
And he's bringing in, I think she's a Portuguese actress who plays Ratcatcher. Right?
Yeah.
I think she's Portuguese.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Pam Clementieff is French and has of Asian descent. But anyway, it's a pretty diverse group, but it's also like pretty accurately cast compared to like the comic book. Do you know what I mean?
Counterparts.
Comic book counterparts. But you still have like Polka Dot Man and, Sylvester Stallone is voicing King Shark and whatever. And then Peacemaker, that show is about white guy Peacemaker.
Right, yeah.
And it still has like Daniel Brooks in the show, but it's really about sort of Peacemaker's family. And so his father's a big part of it, his friend Vigilante. So it's like, but Myrn is also in it. So it's like diverse, but it's also like still mostly white people in this kind of story. And then you get to Superman and him doing DC. Now, he's talked about which projects are in the works. We know Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan are coming in a TV show. We know Booster Gold is coming, Swamp Thing. Some are sort of up in the air.
Paradise Lost, which is not necessarily Wonder Woman, but
and it's like that show is gonna have to be diverse because the Amazon women are diverse.
Yeah.
But like Swamp Thing, is he gonna be a white guy? Is he gonna be a man of color? Like what's that? What's
what's James Mangold gonna do?
I don't know what all these creatives are gonna do. We know Waller's getting a show, so it just feels like it might be like him playing it safe, but it's really only the Superman casting news that we've heard.
Right.
And I do believe that James Gunn loves all these characters. He might be planning a spin-off Mr. Terrific movie or TV show. And then you get a great black character that Warner Brothers could finally build up other than, who else to have the DC superhero have they built up? Like nobody. We haven't even seen Jon Stewart
You know what's
yet.
going to be cool when Static Shock shows up?
That's what I'm saying. So like I also look at that lineup and I'm like, I would have liked more announcements of those very clear Static. We're doing Static. We're going to do a Steel movie. We're going to do, you know what I mean, Martian Manhunter. Yeah. And it's going to be a black actor. Like, I would have loved a little bit more of that declaration.
Yeah.
But it's kind of early days.
It is very early
But it's
days,
also like, could he have been more diverse with the Superman characters in play and maybe some of that casting? Maybe. But I think the cast is all great.
I have no complaints.
Right.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is the Supergirl thing kind of made me go, okay, he's classic casting here.
Yeah.
what's going to happen with Aquaman. All this to go back to Aquaman. Like, is he going to cast a white guy with blonde hair?
Right. An Alan Richardson type.
Just to be differentiated from Momoa.
Yeah.
And then still build up more Aquaman. Because there's more diverse Aquaman characters we
Right.
never even saw in these movies.
Yeah.
You know, like I mentioned Aqualad before and all these different like characters he could bring in. And
Yeah.
those two movies didn't really, other than Momoa.
You know, it would be bold.
What?
Bringing in John DiMaggio as Aquaman. That would be bold.
Outrageous. Anyway, and I just saw some people talking about Supergirl and just kind of mentioning like, wait, the majority of these characters so far seem to be white actors,
Yeah.
and other people like arguing with that and going like, yeah, because they're comic accurate. And I'm like, yeah, but there's a nuanced conversation here. It's not just I'm not just going to defend it and go that's comic accuracy because it's like you got to know there's optics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James Gunn
100%. He
has
knows.
to know about the history of comic
knows.
books
Yeah.
and how
He
those
knows.
characters were mostly white.
He's more aware than the executives at the studio.
I have to imagine. So
Hector,
I'm
all
just
the projects he's done have led us to believe that he is very aware of that kind of content.
Yeah.
That's true, especially Peacemaker.
Yes,
Peacemaker
exactly.
was the show watching with you
Exactly.
guys that I was like, James is online a lot,
Yeah.
and he knows what the problems in fandom are, and he's been pretty clear with where he
I mean,
stands.
he's even said that about taking over.
Yes,
Right.
That it's
DC
a divisive.
Studios.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
he knew the
Yeah.
the minefield that him and Peter Safran were walking into.
Yeah.
I guess.
I
Yeah.
think why I'm really optimistic for the time being is because the three Guardians movies, the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker,
Yeah.
all left me feeling good.
I agree.
Watching them, I felt good.
I agree.
Even if one movie is more family oriented, if one movie is way more oriented towards adults, the tones have been so right for the right projects that when he would say Superman is a 4-quadrant film,
He gets
I
it.
believe him.
Exactly.
That when it comes out, whether it's a 10-year-old kid or a 75-year-old adult, they will be able to appreciate something about the movie from two very different perspectives and everything in between. So
Just keep
Yeah.
Aquaman brown. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
We'll wait and see.
That's it.
We'll wait and see
Yeah.
what he's got.
All right.
What's got up his sleeves. That was a good answer.
Yeah.
very good answer.
yeah.
I've just been
don't-
thinking about all that lately.
I
you know?
mean, it's been on our minds, especially with the
Yeah.
recent casting. So.
But I'm excited for Supergirl actress.
Yeah.
So
She's
stoked.
great.
Yeah, that was
Millie
a good
Alcock
choice.
was
Very
so
good
good in
choice.
House of the Dragon,
Next super chat question from Leppy182.
Also, just real quick, did you see? Because she's an Australian actress.
Yes.
Did you see our buddy Ryan Unicombe post?
Oh, that
he goes.
he keeps her Aussie accent.
He's like Krypton. Oh no, Krypton. No, Clark.
That would be hilarious.
Clark. Will
my
save
All right,
you.
Leppy182 donated $9.99. Thank you so much, Leppy.
Thank you.
I think Leppy's most anticipated project is Nosferatu because they just said Nosferatu. We have to wait until December, but still. Have
Yeah.
you guys seen the original?
No.
Thoughts about Robert Eggers so far? The Vavitch, The Lighthouse, Northman, Breaking 800. We might have already. Thank you so much.
So I know that The Northman was a movie that a lot of people had very mixed feelings about.
Yeah.
I
liked it.
really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really good. I think part of it was
cool.
I think part of the conversation, and I think this is an interesting conversation about movies in general, is how characters are treated in historical contexts.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think people don't want that, but the reality is like that's how it was. So like how do you balance that as the writer director, and how do you kind of figure out how to set expectations for the audience too? Because I watched it and I was like, man, it was fucking brutal back then. Vikings were fucked up, and a lot of people were upset about it. And I'm like, yeah, I totally understand why. But it's like if you make something that's anything different, it might feel very inauthentic.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's a really hard balance. But I thought the Vavitch was really good.
I love that
and
movie.
I love the
Love that
Northman.
movie. Yeah, Northman was great.
With Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. So
Oh,
and
the-
they shot
You mean
it-
Lighthouse?
and they the Lighthouse. What
Yeah.
did I say?
You said Northman.
The Northman, the Lighthouse.
Yeah.
And they shot Nosferatu in Prague. So
Ooh, then
I'm
you
looking
know it's
forward
going
to
to be
that.
that's
good.
gonna.
Have
be
you seen the original, though?
delicious.
I have not.
may
No.
have seen it in high school, but
I have not. No.
Yeah.
I've only seen him
Yeah.
on SpongeBob SquarePants.
that might be a fun thing to watch before that movie comes out.
Yeah.
The original.
That might be
Because I
really
think Nicholas Hoult is in it too, right?
Also, any
Yeah.
movie shot in Prague is automatically the best.
It's automatically good.
Adam,
Mission Impossible 1?
the best in Mission
Spider-Man
Impossible.
Far From Home?
Yeah, the best Spider-Man. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. It holds
That's
up.
heavy.
Holds up.
Yeah.
Nono Prince with 100 rupees.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
So much. He says, Kalki, 2898 AD, May, a dystopian sci-fi based Indian myth First
cool.
Indian film to have a panel at San Diego Comic-Con 2023.
Cool.
Maybe when the trailer
Oh.
drops, you can have a look. Maybe we will. That sounds like a good idea.
I don't know if the trailer from Comic-Con officially released, but I thought I saw something.
Okay.
But
Look,
people seem
is it the
super
next RRR? Because I'm down.
Oh my God!
I'm down.
I'll go tomorrow.
I'm down.
I'll go
I'll
tomorrow
go
to
tomorrow.
watch it.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Immediately.
Javier Paderes, $5. Thank you so much. This is also his first chat. What's up, homies? Saludos desde Monterrey, Mexico. I met
right.
Agustin back in 2019 at the Hollywood Bowl.
Whoa.
A quick story. I remember that.
Whoa.
Yes. Okay. What's one movie you
was
guys would
Javier
love
cool?
to see?
You remember that? Was
at the
Javier cool?
HB? Okay. So let me tell you because I remember it exactly.
Okay.
My wife and I were sitting watching Coco. You guys were there actually. He didn't.
Yeah.
He wanted to meet you guys.
Oh.
But you
Oh,
guys
right,
were
'cause
way in
you-
the back.
yeah.
I got the good Coco seats in the front.
Oh, damn. Okay.
But he comes up.
Flexer over here.
I don't like this story.
I got him for free too.
I don't like
guys.
that.
Yeah, I
pay
know.
the Mexican delegation
The
gave it to
Mexican
you?
delegation paid for it.
Good.
And so I was sitting there. He comes up super duper nice.
I thought you were about to say super duper drunk.
No,
Just
no.
having a
Javier
good
was
time.
super duper nice, and we were just talking. I was like, "The guys are up there. If you can
Yeah.
find them, like,
He was
good
like-
luck. I don't even
Yeah.
know where you guys were."
No,
Javier
weird.
went, I can't find them.
No,
They're too
it's like,
poor.
it's kinda- they're
They're too
poor.
poor. They're too poor.
Yeah.
He pulled out his little binocular opera glasses. Like, let me see.
Yeah, it's like maybe not.
Pray
maybe
tell, I
not.
don't know if they're up there.
And then
Oh,
Javier
dear
told
me.
me that his brother rides motorcycles,
God.
and then he showed me a picture of his brother's
Sick.
Oh,
motorcycle.
cool.
So yeah,
cool.
it was a good interaction. Javier is a good dude, and I think we've messaged a few times on Instagram too. So
Awesome.
I remember. I have a good memory.
You
homie.
remember? What movies would I want to see
Yeah.
at the Hollywood
Yeah.
Bowl? I
Yeah.
mean, all my favorites.
Yeah.
All the ones that I love. All the ones that I love.
They're doing, and I'm not going because the tickets are just way too expensive. But they're doing Superman the movie at the Walt Disney Concert Hall.
Oh, very cool.
I wish they did it at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be so cool because I would
Yeah.
definitely go.
It's weird. It's like a Warner Brothers movie, but the Disney Concert Hall is just not. It's not like. Is it owned by Disney?
It is,
no, it's
but
just
I mean,
like.
you can just rent out a
Isn't
venue.
it just
Yeah.
named
Yeah.
because like the whatever?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That would
That's
be
a good. Have you guys ever been inside it? By the way,
no.
No,
I have. It's crazy. So
is it worth the
I saw-
$200?
Kind of. So I saw
okay.
one of my
Shit.
favorite bands, Café Tacuba, there.
Cool.
And it's crazy because the inside looks like it's molded wood. Like it's just waves of wood.
Oh, wow.
Right? And it's amphitheater seating. So there's seats, very steep seats going down to the main stage. But then there's seats behind the stage. And that's where I was. Like maybe like 20 feet off the ground, like super high up. And then the seats were like super vertical. So I felt like I was hanging over the crowd.
Oh, wow.
But the artist kept turning around and like waving to us, and I felt like
Oh,
you were
that's
really
cool.
close.
Yeah.
And he could see us, like he
Yeah,
could make eye
that's
contact with
cool.
us because we were in the back, and so it's a really cool spot if
Oh,
you ever get
I
a
didn't
chance.
know it was like steep seating like
yeah,
that.
it's steep seating. At least where we were in the back.
Yeah.
I think there's some on the sides too, but
On the side.
the design of the inside of that place is insane.
Cool.
It's absolutely
Damn,
insane.
maybe
If you
I'll-
ever get a
maybe
chance
I'll-
to go
maybe
there,
I'll buy the tickets. And eat the
prioritize
cost.
to go.
Yeah.
Two
cry.
is kind of expensive.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I saw Batman
for something
I
else.
saw Batman for $65
Yeah.
at the Dolby.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Okay, so we have Lemon Eater with $10. Lemon Eater L.
Yep.
Excited to watch your reactions for Blue Beetle and Dune. Have you read any of the Dune books? Hector has.
Me.
I feel like you would like it. As you can tell, I
all
can't
would
read.
like it. Like
So-
you all would like it. Augustine, you missed that last
Yeah,
sentence right there.
I clearly can't
I feel
read.
like you all would like it. So, yeah, that would be interesting. I'd like to. I think we mentioned it before that like you guys haven't read a Dune book. I've only read the first one.
Yeah.
But you guys were both like, I'd like to watch the second part. You know, see part 1 and then part 2,
Yeah,
and
and then
then
read the
go
first
and
book.
read the book and really kind of compare and contrast, which I think is always a valuable. I think that's always great and
I
worth
tried watching the old school Dune movie.
it. Yeah, it's so funny.
David Lynch one with Kyle MacLachlan.
It is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's great.
Then there's a TV like TV movie, I guess,
Yeah.
that has William Hurt. I think is one of the actors in there.
I still haven't seen
Yeah.
that. I would watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, it's weird. I'm not a super fan of the whole Dune world. I just really love Denis Villeneuve's movie.
Right.
That's my entry point.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm
It was
gonna
well.
like.
That's like me with JJ and Star Trek.
For sure.
I was like, man, whatever, Star Trek, and then the JJ
Yeah.
movies, I was like, oh, this is
Yeah,
kind of cool.
When JJ brought Beastie Boys into the equation,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
in, baby.
You said, oh, Star
Yeah.
Trek. I liked it.
Oh, what's that?
And there was also a shout out to Lemon Eater L. That was their first super chat.
chat,
So
yeah.
thank
Nice,
you so
nice,
much.
nice.
I
Mike
think, yeah.
X Turtle gave $10.
Ooh.
Thank you so much,
Mikey Turtle?
Mike X Turtle. What's up, homies? Love
Cowabunga.
watching along with y'all to Arcane. I'm looking forward to season 2 this year.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good. Have y'all checked out the teaser trailer, and are y'all excited for the new season? Of course.
We
haven't seen the teaser trailer yet.
No, I did watch the trailer.
This was during the strike,
I watched
right?
it, but it came out during the strike, so we didn't react to it.
We didn't react to it, right. But
Arcade was amazing.
Arcane.
Sorry.
we're all fucked up tonight.
Hell.
Okay.
All three of us are all
Jesus
fucked
Christ.
up tonight. I can't read. Adam can't talk. Hector can't hear.
What?
Cricket.
What is? What is
You
it?
gotta understand what a crumpet is.
To understand
Listen,
cricket.
Arcane is one of the best things I've ever watched.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I would put it up there with like Avatar as like one of the greatest series
Damn.
ever created, because that show blew my mind with the expectations. The art was incredible. Just I cannot say enough good things about Arcane.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
absolutely
so
beautiful.
I'm excited
So,
for season 2.
of course.
Season
that's
2, I
on
think,
the
comes
docket.
out, you may have mentioned it, comes out in November.
Okay.
So we have some time, thankfully.
Are we going to put Arcane season 1 reactions on YouTube? Probably before November, right?
How many more burners we got?
We added 6 more burners.
We got about 16.
You know we have season 1, 2, 3 Diabolical and Gen V of the Boys to do too.
Oh, I know,
And
I know.
Invincible season 2 part 1.
Yeah, I know.
we gotta burn through these questions. By the way, we got 19 minutes left.
We're
so.
fine. We're fine. We've been talking about
We're
basically
good.
That's true. That's true.
our most anticipated of this
Yes.
year.
I mean,
And-
just to cut the questions real quick, my
Yeah.
most anticipated is Mad Max.
Furiosa.
I'm really looking forward to Mad Max.
I think-
I rewatched it with my new surround sound, and I was just enthralled
shit.
in 3D.
I'm going to rewatch it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, we should rewatch it in 3D.
Yeah.
Well, after Furiosa comes out, because that's kind of the prequel,
Yeah,
and I
true.
think we can do it that way.
Yeah.
I think my number one might be Dune Part 2.
Yeah,
That might be
that's
my
gonna be
most
good.
anticipated.
That's
and
gonna be
yours
good.
is you just saw yours, Argyle. So you got that out of the
Yeah,
way.
your favorite.
Here's the thing with Argyle.
You don't have to get into it, brother.
No,
You
no,
don't
no.
have to-
I'm just going to give a quick little. I didn't dislike the movie.
Yeah.
For me, in my opinion, there were too many twists and turns. I think it could have done without a few of them.
Yeah.
And I think it honestly could have been 20 to 30 minutes shorter.
Here's the main twist. We love Bryce Dallas Howard. She's the best.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
to the credit of the movie,
Yeah.
which they did a good job kind of like not going into it in the trailers. She's a massive part of the, like, her and Sam Rockwell are more
cool.
main characters in the movie than what you think the main
Yeah,
characters
I
in the
feel like
movie
just
are.
I don't think
So-
I've even seen the trailer. I
Yeah.
feel like Henry Cavill's the main actor in that movie. Is he not?
From the posters, it makes it seem like he
him
is.
holding
Yeah.
a dog or
Yeah.
a cat or something. I'm like, what is this
Mr.
movie?
Suave Debonair guy. On
It's
the
a fun
poster.
action movie. Don't go into it thinking you're going to see like something
We're not going to
that's-
see that.
No.
Okay.
But Sam Rockwell has some really good action scenes, so
he's great.
It's enjoyable for a lot of it, but I really do think too many plot twists and turns.
I see.
Could have been
Cool.
shorter, but it is a fun time. But don't
see.
go into it thinking you're going to see like Mission Impossible Fallout.
Okay,
basically.
cool. All right.
Cool.
Movies Clockford with $5. Thank you so much. So far, my most anticipated 2024 films I'm looking forward to is Deadpool 3,
Yep.
Monkey Man.
Yep.
I'm
looks-
kind of still down to do a trailer reaction for that. I still
looks
haven't seen it.
So sick.
Godzilla X Kong,
Yep.
New Empire, and Lord of the Rings: War of the Rohirrim. That's
Yep.
like a sleeper sneaking
Yeah,
in
because
there.
we've seen no marketing.
I
yet.
haven't like wrapped my head around the
animated
fact
film.
that we're getting another Lord of the Rings project.
Animated
it's an
film.
animated film.
Yeah, and it's going to come
Yeah.
out in December as of right
Yeah.
now. So I know as soon as they put out a trailer,
Yeah.
we're all going to be like,
Yeah.
this is on our radar. So
Yep.
I'm excited about that.
If you haven't seen the trailer for Monkey Man, which is written, produced, directed, and starring Dev Patel,
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think the movie was originally supposed to go to a streaming service, and Jordan Peele saw it and said, no.
Sick.
Theater.
Good.
Immediately.
Good.
So I cannot recommend that trailer enough. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like a really, really good action movie that has a lot of probably like nuance and backstory to the
Yeah.
character and his culture and everything. So that looked really cool. That's probably like in my top 5. Dune is up there. Deadpool's up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Furiosa, of course.
Yeah, those are all,
Can I just
good
say,
projects.
this might get me in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I'm very okay with there only being one Marvel movie this year.
you're fine.
I'm okay with that too. We
I don't
have to
think-
spend a whole nother episode of this talking about the effects of the writer's strike this year.
Yeah.
Because it's
I-
crazy.
I don't.
I guess
think-
Madam Web and Craven the Hunter and Venom are coming out, but Marvel Studios.
they're not
Yeah.
real Marvel movies. They're pretend. They're pretend Marvel movies.
That's true.
Good night, everybody.
That's true.
No, but I know that maybe a few years ago, I think that you would have been in the minority saying something like that.
Yeah.
And people would have been
I know I was.
mad. But I think right now, I feel like everybody. It's not that there's necessarily. I don't believe that it's because there's full burnout. But I think there is a narrative right now happening where people are like, they spread themselves too thin. There's too much shows, too much movies, and I think people are very understanding of the delays due to the Hollywood strikes.
Well, not just the strike, but also their main villain.
Yeah.
Yes, right. So I feel like everyone's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Take your
lot of
time.
issues.
Let
Yeah.
him cook.
Lot of
Everyone's
issues.
fine with that.
And this is, again, like where sometimes I think James Gunn overshares.
Yeah.
But one thing that I do appreciate is that he comes out and he says, we've shifted some stuff around.
That's great. Yeah.
And it's because we're putting the story first. And I'm like, fine.
That's fine.
If
okay,
Marvel
I'll take
Studios
that.
is doing that without saying it,
Yeah.
great.
Right.
Do that. I don't
If not,
rush.
they should do that. And
Yeah.
they should
There's
tell us.
There's some good Marvel puns in the chat. So if you guys are in the chat,
puns?
yeah.
Okay.
Marv L movies.
Oh, those are?
Yeah.
You guys, I know I
Blavel
said,
movies.
I know I sent this to you, but we're going to maybe talk about it in the coming weeks. But that story of like Sydney Sweeney and Dakota
thinking
Johnson,
she was in the
Yeah.
Dakota
Oh
Johnson
my God.
tagging Marvel Studios in their like Instagram announcements is the funniest and saddest thing.
Yeah.
That I don't.
got lied to,
I don't,
girl.
I don't blame them for it.
Yeah.
But it's like people don't know the difference, and people are also regular people, actors, and agents who
Yeah.
work in Hollywood.
Yeah. They
So
should
they
know.
go, "Sweetie baby, we
should
got us a
know.
deal.
We got you a Marvel movie."
Guess who just called? Marvel. And Sydney's going, "Oh my God,
Guess
Avengers."
who called Stanley?
Yep, the
Avi
same,
Arad.
the same people
The
that
guy that
made
made Iron Man?
the same people that made same people that made Avengers Endgame, baby. We're in the big bucks. And Sydney
Not
goes,
about the big
"Oh my
league,
God, I'm so
baby."
excited." Dakota, sweetheart, guess what?
Here's the skinny girl.
Tell me your favorite movies of the past couple of years. Yep, Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers Infinity War. Well, guess what?
Spider-Man
That's you,
Homecoming.
baby.
Oh my God.
Those exact same people are going to put you in a starring role, baby. That's right. Oh, it's
Oh
a
my
character
God.
that everybody's heard of, and it's a fan favorite. Her name, Madam Web.
Madame Web.
Madame Web.
Research? Honey, you don't have to do any research.
Comic books, you ain't got to read a damn thing.
They do it all for you. Baby, sweetie, bubbler, you're fine. You're going to be the next Marvel star. You're going to be at the
God.
parties with Tom Hiddleston
Oh my
and Chris Hemsworth.
I think we need to make this a recurring bit here where you
Seriously?
call
Oh my
actors.
Oh, my God. Thanks so much. I can't wait to tag everybody in my post. Sweetheart, get down that Insta now.
Make sure you tell everybody you know. Everybody.
Sydney,
God.
Sydney, it's in Variety. It's in Deadline. The announcement's out. You're Madam Web.
Everybody's so excited.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
You dummy. I'm mad at the agents.
Oh, yeah.
I'm mad at
I
the
mean,
agents.
yes, the
Totally.
representation is really
You got to
dropped
know
the
the
ball.
difference.
Really dropped
It's
the
a
ball.
big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
You got to know the difference. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Be
Listen,
excited, baby.
Quicksilver.
Remember
The
Quicksilver?
Marvel wants you back.
You were so good as Quicksilver. They,
They want you back.
As
Resurrected.
Kraven the Hunter.
That's right. Huh?
Resurrected as a new character.
Separate universe. Aaron, baby, Bubbler, you're confusing me. Stop talking.
What does that mean?
I don't know. There's no answer to your
Speak
question.
English.
What you mean, multiverse?
Hang on. Let me check with the clients here to try to answer your question. Yeah, they answered back with ka-ching, big bucks. Shut up and do the movie. You're something.
kids.
You're something called Craven
Put
the
some
Hunter.
food on the table.
Pay your kids. Pay your kids. Aaron.
This
Oh
what's
my
this
God.
agency's name, Hector? Moneybags Navarro?
Yeah, that's right.
Moneybags.
Hang on, I got Bad Bunny on the other line. Hang on a second, I gotta talk to him.
We canceled your movie.
Aaron, no, it's on. Aaron, baby, Bubby, I gotta hang up. I got Jared Leto on the other line.
Big deal.
He's
Gotta
got
go.
some blood to
Gotta
suck.
go.
Very excited about Morbius 2. Hang on a second, baby. Click.
Oh, fuck me sideways. Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Oh, my God.
Ka-ching, baby. Okay. Ka-ching Industries. That's your
Ka-ching Industries.
that's your business.
hang on. Aaron Taylor Johnson wants to know what reality designation it is. Yeah, it's in the take it all the way to the bank.
It's the Moneybags
Baby.
McGee.
Moneybags universe.
McGee universe.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's in the MC big dollar signs. That's what I see.
The M's. The line
Do
through
it.
it.
It's Marvel. Do it. What's the difference?
Where C stands for cash.
What's the difference? Wait a minute.
Oh, my
Dakota,
God.
what do you mean it's different? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What's the difference? You wanted to meet Kevin Feige's not there? Where is he? What?
What?
Avi or Rad? Hang on, let me look him up. Oh, no.
Who's Fevin Kaigi?
Oh, baby. Hang on.
Kevin Feige.
Hang on. Who did you talk to today on set? Matt Tolmack. Let me look him up. Oh, baby.
Oh,
Bubble.
Lord.
Oh, no.
I hope you didn't share that Instagram post.
Dakota, please. Dakota, don't fire me. Oh, no, you fired me? You've changed
You switched agencies?
representation?
Oh,
no. I really got to do my research. Well, that's on me. Click.
Somebody, a stamina MC in the chat said, we're in universe 777, the jackpot delegation.
The jackpot universe, baby.
We're in the jackpot universe, baby.
Oh my God.
Sydney, sweetheart.
Oh my God.
Your character be called Poopy Pants Lady. I don't give a shit. You're doing the movie. You stick to walls. You put on a costume. What else is there to know?
You shoot some webs out your fingertips.
some
No
webs.
big deal.
How long before
What else do you want?
How long before you're talking to Tom Holland? Oh, never? Oh, your movie's set in 2003. I didn't read the script. Where is it? Where's the script?
Giant spider. What are you talking about?
Spider.
Who threw that giant spider in there?
Is John Peters the producer now?
Okay.
Did you hear about that actor who accidentally got Tom Holland's residual check?
Yes. Wasn't it like Tom Hollander?
Tom
Tom
Pirates
Hollander
of
or
the
something like
Caribbean.
that.
That
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
great. He was so funny. That's a great story.
Yeah.
That's a
That's a
story
really
that he
funny
told.
He was like, it was the most money I've ever seen in my life.
So he's just that great British dry humor.
It's
It was
good
so
stuff.
funny.
It's good stuff.
Next question.
He was the bad guy in Pirates of the Caribbean.
was.
Next
Yeah.
question. Next question. This is just for me specifically, but this is from Juani, $5. Thank you so much, Juani. Hey, big fan. Bit of a random question for me, Agustin. But which album do you prefer? Is This It or Room on Fire? Two Strokes albums. You've been listening to the Strokes.
I know them both.
Do you know them both?
Yeah.
Adam, do you know them both? You don't listen to the Strokes.
I'd have to.
I
hear
go.
them.
This is it. That was their earlier one, right?
Is This It? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Is This It?
is like their classic seminal, just
Baby,
like,
it's This Is It.
Hey,
Is
Is
This
This
It?
It?
Is that what
album?
it is? It?
by Strokey Strokes.
My favorite album by the Hives, the Vines. I'm such an idiot. Sorry. Yes.
I think I have to go with Is This It, but Room is on Fire. Room on Fire has some banger tracks. I think they're both on the same level. So, yeah,
Great.
I just love all their albums. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people hate on how they've been progressing. I
No.
love everything that they've done.
They
so.
have a cool newer sound.
Oh, I love their new sound.
Yeah.
And Julian is an asshole, but I melt every time he sings. I'm just a puddle. I'm a puddle of man.
Yeah.
KP Dubs with $10. Been along since Geek and Sundry. Wow.
Again,
Wow. Let's take a moment of silence.
we're old.
Let's moment of silence.
Which
we'll
was
follow
like
you
which
anywhere.
was like
Christ.
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Geek and Sundry. We'll follow you anywhere. Thank you, KP. I know you're busy, but Star Trek when? We were just talking about Star Trek. We got to put it on a little bit of a back burner because X-Men kind of shifted everything.
We were literally supposed to record Star Trek tomorrow, but we have to shift and prioritize X-Men.
We'll get to it.
Okay. But yes, that'll.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the first few episodes on my own.
I think we're gonna have to.
I'll catch you guys up.
Shelby Fielding with $10. Thank you so much, Shelby. She's also put another $10 one later on after this one. Hey guys, I'm not sure what to be excited for this year. Feels like a lot of what I might love isn't coming out this year, but there's always a few surprises every year. So hoping for the best. Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. There's a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
I honestly feel a little bit overwhelmed because usually we stick to like the Marvel stuff and that's very like regimented, right?
Right.
Now we're kind of like expanding and I'm just like, oh, there's a lot of things that we can really dip our feet into at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we were just talking about the kind of big genre movies, but like, my God, there's going to be movies coming out this year that I haven't even heard of yet that are going to be so good, and it might be my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
Sundance is a great thing that just happened, and a lot of great movies like premiered at Sundance.
Yeah.
And
Santa Barbara film festivals happen. Like, well, we're in film festival season. Basically,
I've heard.
Yeah,
I basically have
absolutely.
heard a lot of cool stuff about some of these upcoming movies.
Yeah.
What's the one with Kristen Stewart and Katie O'Brien? I've seen a trailer for that.
I don't remember the name right now, but
it is that
looks really
80s
good.
like heist thriller about a female bodybuilder.
Oh, right.
Right? Is it like Google
it.
Don't them bodies? What's it called? It's like Ain't Them Bodies.
Ain't
Am I
Them Bodies
Am I
something.
wrong?
Love Lies Bleeding.
I was way off. I was
Ain't
thinking of another
Them
movie.
Bodies.
Samsonite. Love Lies Bleeding. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that movie looks great.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Katie
I'm-
O'Brien was great in what was it? Andor. Was it Andor?
No,
Yeah.
no.
What was it?
Mandalorian season 2 and
season
3, I think.
Season 2 and 3. Yeah, sorry.
Mhm.
Okay.
She was,
All
and I
right.
liked her in Quantumania, but it's like it was a role that could have been much bigger and better and stuff. But I thought she did a great job.
Yeah.
But
That's
all right. All right, calm down.
So this next question is $4.99 from GP. Thank you so much.
you.
But this is another question just for me, but I want to share it with you guys as well.
Yeah.
Because I want to know.
Why are we here?
I was seeing.
okay.
Yeah, this is.
Why
I'm
did I
just going
drive
to do the
here?
host of the solo show.
okay.
I was seeing what was your go-to burger when working an In-N-Out shift. So if you guys don't know, when you work in In-N-Out on your breaks, you get a free burger. and fries if you want them.
Nice.
And maybe a little cup of shake if you need it.
All right.
What's your In-N-Out order?
Double, no onion.
That's it.
I mean,
That's it?
You want the whole thing?
Yeah.
Double, no onion with like the combo meal. And then I get regular fries.
So number one.
Yeah, number one. That's a number one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I replace swap the drink for like a strawberry shake.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, depending on how I'm feeling, that's my go-to.
Yeah.
Depending how I'm feeling, I'll do a variation on the fries. I'll do a variation
Okay.
on the drink. Sometimes I do
What
like
is
a pink lemonade.
What is your variant fry?
Animal style. Delicious, but it's a lot, so you got to be in the mood.
It is kind of a lot.
You got to be in the mood.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
normally don't do double animal style fries. I'll
see.
do like a single no onion
Cheeseburger?
Yeah, with maybe animal.
Yeah, because the
I don't
fries are like a meal, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine is, thanks to Augustine, mine's a number one, mustard fried with grilled onions, chopped chilies, with regular fries, 7-Up, and, oh my God.
Do you do the lemon up? You don't do that.
I don't do the lemon up, no.
Let me ask you a question. When In-N-Out workers hear the order like that,
There
with
you go.
those
Doop, doop. Yep,
minus
gotcha.
specifications,
Yeah.
do they get annoyed at all?
No, not at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Or are they happy with like, a variation in my day?
They're indifferent. They're just like, give me
Really?
your order. I have 1,000 people
I know.
behind
Yeah.
you.
But I don't
And
want
they
to
got a button
be.
for everything.
No. Don't
I don't
feel
wanna
bad
be the
because they
annoying-
just
okay.
want to take your order.
Yeah.
Like just whatever it is.
And I'm not
they'll
asking
just
about.
take
I'm
it.
not asking about them. Also, I'm asking about the people making the food.
No, they
Are
don't
they
care.
annoyed?
No, not at all.
Okay.
They offer it because they make it.
I know,
Yeah.
but
So-
but he's talking about the sort of like they're not on the menu options.
No,
they
are on the menu.
They're not
technically.
face front options. They're you got to know about what you
Yeah.
say caramelized
what were you?
onions.
Whole grilled onions.
Grilled
Is that what
onions?
you wanted? Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah, and then I do spread on the side.
Side
that
of spread.
sounds
Yeah.
great. Side
So I
of
can go-
spread.
So I've ordered my burger a few different ways.
Okay.
And
Just like a real quick side note, I didn't know about any of that. Like I knew generally you could get some stuff.
until you saw
Yeah.
us order.
Yeah, but I went with him to the drive-through with his wife, with Cynthia, and he was like, "Have you ever had a mustard fried?" And I was
Yeah.
like,
Tell me more.
"Girl, yeah, changed my life."
So
You took out your opera glasses. Go around.
Excuse me?
What is
One
this
more
mustard
time.
fries?
Mustard fried, was
So
there?
when I was being health conscious, I would get a double meat, just 2 pieces of meat.
Yeah, clean.
Ketchup and mustard on the bottom.
Clean.
Pickles, and then that was it. My go-to burger is a double mustard fried, whole grilled onions, and keep the pickles because they ask you if you want the pickles or not. You keep the pickles on there. Keep the pickles on there.
Ooh.
But when I was working a shift at In-N-Out,
Yeah.
I could actually make a burger however I wanted. So I would make mine lemon fried. You can't put lemon on it, but because it ruins the grills.
Right,
but
right.
I would make my burger,
Yeah.
squeeze a little bit of lemon on it, and then I would make it. It's not official. It's called salsa style, where you just take the lettuce and the onions and the tomatoes and you chop them up into a pico de gallo.
Yeah.
Put that shit on your burger. And then what I do is I make my fries now lemon fries. So you grab your fries, just bare regular fries. You grab the lemons from the drink station, you squeeze some lemon on there, pepper, a little bit of extra salt, mix it up, a little bit more lemon, a little bit more pepper. Those fries are the best. I hate In-N-Out fries. I cannot stand In-N-Out fries. Those fries are some of the best fries
That
in
sounds
the industry.
amazing.
It's so good. It's so good.
What are we doing after this?
We
Are
always
going to In-N-Out?
yeah, we go to In-N-Out.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
We also used to make donuts in the fryers with the buns, like before the shift would open. We would cut a hole inside the bun, and then you dip it in the fryer, and then that you get donuts that way. And
instead
what
of
else
like
do
a
we make?
Krispy
You
Kreme
are getting
glaze,
fucking gold. Go to In-N-Out
Oh,
immediately.
y'all even know.
instead of the Krispy Kreme style glaze, you just put like the spread. You're like, and we're glazing it with spread,
Glazing it with spread.
and then you'd have about
No,
4
you just
heart
put
attacks
sugar.
before your shift.
You just sprinkle sugar,
sugar?
on it from the coffee packet.
Throw some crack on it. It'll be all
Also,
right.
dipping it in a shake. Gold. And also, the best shake to have at In-N-Out is a half chocolate, half strawberry shake.
Ooh.
Get a
okay.
half chalk, half strawberry shake. It's amazing. It's an incredible shake.
What have I been doing with my life?
My eyes,
Not working at
ears,
In-N-Out, duh.
Everything is watering right
I
now.
worked there for way too long.
Everything is watering.
So if you have any In-N-Out questions, just let me know. I haven't worked there in probably almost like 10 years. So
Yeah.
it's probably been a minute.
No,
but
longer than that.
everything's.
What are you talking about?
I quit in 2008. Oh, yeah.
Augustine. It's 2024.
I'm old.
2008.
Next
Where the fuck
quest.
you been?
No,
Next
I quit in
quest.
2010. Yeah. Anyways, Thank you for that question. I like that question.
14 years.
Justin de Cesada again with the $5. Thank you so much. Just wondering how Mr. Keller Knobloch is. Say hi to Keller.
He's great.
How's he doing? Super Miss 500 Greatest Films podcast. Did y'all stop doing them? Since you don't share the garage anymore?
We're gonna do. He moved out, but we're gonna do.
A long time ago.
Talked to him recently. Yeah, a long time ago. We're probably gonna do a finale episode, and then may do something else because I want to still do stuff with Keller.
Yeah.
But maybe a podcast series that doesn't take 10 years to finish.
Right. That was ambitious. That was
stupid.
ambitious.
It was stupid. But he's great. He's working in a restaurant right now, and he's living his best life, and I'm so happy for him. And he's a fantastic
Chef
cook.
Knobloch.
So that's the update.
He's killing it in the chef game, by the way. His food is amazing.
He's going to be running his own restaurant inside of 10 years.
He went to Italy to go work at an Italian restaurant for, what, like 2 months? Something like that?
Yeah.
So
Let me tell you
he's doing amazing.
my favorite story out of that, which I think you guys know, is he's from Texas, and this Italian restaurant, it was like a
Straight up Italian.
super famous.
Yeah.
This is not some like mom and pop. This is like an established, everybody knows them. They're famous in the community. They're famous in Italy. They had some barbecue sauce on their menu.
Yes.
And Keller was like...
It was straight out of the bottle.
It's not barbecue.
goes,
It was a bottle
"Not
on
good."
top of a tuna, like a tuna sandwich
I think
or something
Keller's
like
exact
that.
words were,
Yeah.
"Oh, hell no."
Yeah.
And just...
And his Texas tattoo started glowing.
He was being summoned by the gods
exactly.
of Texas.
My Texas senses are tingling.
Yeah.
The Texas barbecue gods were going, no.
There's trouble afoot. So he did his own recipe and provided
And they
it
went,
and offered
Mamma
it.
mia.
The head chef was going around to the people in the restaurant, and he was like, "My employee, Keller, he made this. He made taste it.
It's
he
from
made
Texas.
this, and now it's on the menu."
Yeah.
It's on the menu, and before he left, he
Authentic
made,
American style.
Yeah.
Street
Made-
style.
I think he made something like 2 or 3 liters of this thing
Yeah.
before he.
So
They
they were like,
requested that.
"Please, God."
Yeah, they requested he
And
do that.
when he first started, the Italian employees there couldn't pronounce Keller.
Oh, yeah,
so they
so they
called
named him
him
Carlo.
Carlo.
That's so funny.
Oh, my
It's so
God. Oh, Keller.
We should
Love
bring
that
him on
guy.
the show one
We
day.
should.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe on one of the CzechXicans.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Episode 4, where you cook again.
Okay.
Oh, the cooking special.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
Shit, we should just let him
We
do
just
one.
make him cook for us.
Seriously.
No, he's too good. Okay, so Laggy $4.99. Thank you so much.
Thank
I hope
you.
they do a Nightwing. I hope they do Nightwing justice. He's been my favorite character for years.
Yeah.
I want John Boyega in DC as Jason Todd. Maybe. Who would you cast as Nightwing or Red Hood?
I don't know.
Ooh,
I
That's
don't-
I don't know. Well,
That's like a decade down the line
It
question.
all depends too, because like, how old is Batman going to be?
Yep.
Like, we know that Damian Wayne will be Robin, but does that mean? I would assume, because James Gunn is a big comic book guy, that the other Robins will have already happened. So
Yeah,
where are
I
they?
think so.
And then
I
how?
think so.
But then how old does Batman have to be if that's the case? Is
Yeah.
he going to be in his 40s?
Let me tell you. I
30s?
think he,
overlap.
I think he might be doing something a little sneaky, which is his Superman movie is going to be this movie where it's like the origin of Superman. So it's going to be set. I think that you remember when like the New 52 rebooted,
Yeah.
and all the stories were like, the beginning that we're going to tell you right now happened 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then the DC Comics stories kind of started to catch up with
Yeah, it
whatever
was
the
Justice
present
League,
was.
right? Was present day?
No, Justice League was 5 years ago because
Oh,
they showed you the
sorry.
formation of the Justice League. Superman was 5 years ago because it was this Action Comics where he just
Right.
had like the T-shirt and just jeans, and he was jumping around in Metropolis.
Yeah.
And then like the Batman comic book, which did the Court of Owls, was in the present day.
Got it.
But that comic stated Batman has been active for 5 years, and in that 5 years' time, he had Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake,
Yeah, he just went,
like,
went
and
through all of
already
them.
Damian is here.
Yeah.
So I think he might do something like that, and Superman might take place 5 years ago, and then the Batman movie is going to come out, and it's going to be like in the
Present
present,
day.
and Batman will be 35 to 40, but he will still have had a 20-year-old Nightwing,
Right.
a 19-year-old Jason Todd, could be Red Hood somewhere, and maybe like a 15-year-old Tim Drake, and then Damian Wayne's going to be like 12.
10 to 12, yeah.
Right. And that Batman will be around the same age as the Superman, so it's not too weird to have
Right.
that. They're not going to do a Dark Knight Returns
Right.
scenario with an older Batman, and I think it's going to be a way for James Gunn to sort of say, okay, look, we don't need to redo the Bruce Wayne origin. We've seen it, and Christopher Nolan did it.
Been there, done that, yeah.
But the Superman origin's a little different because Man of Steel didn't quite hit the mark. And the last time we had a Superman origin, if you're not counting like Smallville, the TV show, was 1978.
Yeah, I mean, James
You
Gunn
know?
did say it's not an origin story, though.
For Superman Legacy, sure, but I think it's going to be that
I think it'll
sort of
just reestablish Superman without necessarily the origin part of it.
kind of like the Robert Pattinson Batman.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
it's like he's been Batman for 2 years.
Right,
Well,
he's
what
been
does
active.
What does that
Yeah,
mean?
right.
We're not doing the origin, but
Right.
this is basically his first supervillain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's what's going to happen,
Yeah,
and
probably.
I think so. Yeah, I don't have a take on who should play Nightwing.
I
I
that's
have
hard. That's a
rare
hard one.
and few takes on which actor should play like a DC character.
Mm-hmm.
I still want Ben Schwartz to play Plastic Man.
Yeah. I think that's really like the only
that's
one
it.
that I have.
I don't,
I want Jack Black to be involved some way,
Yeah.
somehow.
Seriously.
I want him
Some
to be
phases.
a funny Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Or for him to be like Mr. McZipsel Spitlick or something.
Yeah,
would
something
be
like
kind
that.
of great.
It would great. Or Music Meister or whatever.
Yeah.
He would
Yeah.
be great as like
or he
Music
can
Meister.
voice like Kilowog or something.
Yeah,
something
or
so
something.
like left field.
You know what? He would be a great toy man.
He would
for
be a
Superman.
good toy man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he?
That'd be great. Yeah.
would
Great.
be.
And and I just want Aquaman to be Pacific Islander. Pacific Islander. That's it. That's my last.
This is actually going to go back
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
that. Shelby
Yeah.
Fielding with another $10. Thank you.
Thank you.
I share Hector's desire for diversity in the DCU and the MCU. I'm hoping for some kind of prominent queer representation.
Oh, yeah.
But there's not many great options, especially for trans people or queer
Sure.
men.
The-
As a
keep
non-member of that community,
Sure.
I am also rooting for something in that.
I will say that DC Comics has in the past few years really added to that, and even Marvel have in with some characters that are not as well known right now.
Yeah.
But especially DC. I was just in a Barnes and Noble today, and they have a hardcover book out that is like DC Pride, and it's almost like an encyclopedia of like. Each page is like a queer character, and it's
Yeah.
awesome. And look, we got Renee Montoya, played by Rosie Perez. I would love for them to bring back those actors from Birds of Prey, but if it's not fitting into the new continuity, but like it makes sense to keep Amanda Waller, it makes
Yeah.
sense to keep Peacemaker. Maybe the Birds of Prey is too far down the sort of like Gotham. Like you need to build up the Gotham again.
Right.
But I would love to have the Question come back. I would love for them to get to do Batwoman. She had a TV show on the CW. Either version of Batwoman, the Kate
Yeah.
Kane or the black woman that was Batwoman, but some version of Batwoman who is a lesbian woman, I think would be great. And there's a ton of other. I mean, hell, dude, Superman's
John
son,
Kent.
John Kent. But it's like if Legacy hits, that's something they can build towards 10 years from now.
I after Superman and Lois, I'm
Yeah.
at the point where I'm like, y'all need to get
the kids
at some point
I know.
to their kids.
Him and
Yeah.
Don't
wouldn't
rush it. I'm not saying
dude,
rush it,
Wouldn't it
but
be
get to it
crazy if at
eventually.
the end of the movie Lois is like,
pregnant.
Clark, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
We would be like, oh,
Damn, they're getting
the
it.
Super Sons would
Yeah.
be great. The Super,
Yeah.
Whether they have the one kid or
John Kent,
two
son
or
of
whatever,
Superman.
that
Yeah,
would
whatever
be
the
awesome.
case is,
but
yeah.
there's a lot of great characters, and I think that they can. I mean, it's kind of also like I feel like it's good news that also James Gunn did not announce a Justice League movie.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
all
get
these
there.
other characters to build towards. He's not.
We'll get there.
You know,
We
we'll get
build
there.
up. We build
there's,
up.
There's great like gay Green Lantern characters and Flash characters and stuff that you got to build out those families.
Yeah.
And I think we will. And also especially
Yeah.
the Amazons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them ladies are smooching on that island. I have to break it to you. They're
Smooching
gay.
all day.
Yeah.
They're gay as hell.
Smooching all day.
The double take says Jack Black for Tomar Ray.
Oh, dang.
No,
I'll take
Tom
it.
Ray's gonna be like
I'll
a
take
thin
it.
guy. That's so funny.
No, it's just CG.
But
just
at that
CG
point,
him
you
up.
can just voice
CG
Tomar
him up.
Ray.
I don't want to hold Jack Black back, and he's a funny guy.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
So Kilowog is a good
But
call because
listen,
it's like
he
could-
killed it on Koopa.
Yeah,
We got the Jack
Yep.
Blackiness from him.
Okay.
As long as you let him sing, we'll get it.
you want.
We'll have like, there's no like musical lanterns, right? There's no like, is there
That's a
any
good
musical
question.
lanterns? I don't think there
there
is.
might
is.
be.
We'll
There
look
might
into
be
that.
some alien that uses like music, sound waves. To, I
Yeah,
don't know, whatever.
maybe, I don't know.
I think there actually is a Green Lantern who's like blind but uses like whatever.
Sonic?
There's-
Yeah,
you could-
okay.
I like Music Meister.
Daredevil
though.
of
Just do that.
space.
Just
I
do
think
that.
Music Meister might
Just
be
do
a
that.
Good, a good choice.
In
Just
one
let him sing.
opening scene for Batman,
Yeah.
and then get to the rest
Yeah,
of the.
that'd be so
Yeah.
funny.
Whatever.
Okay, next one, Viking Axe, $10 Australian dollars. That's
Boy.
Australian, right? The A in front of it. Yeah, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Viking X. X-Men First Class Director wants to do Superman Red Sun with
Yeah, I
Henry
saw that.
Cavill as Man of Steel in James Gunn's DC's Elseworlds. Just a rumor, guys. What are your thoughts?
I think it would have been cool if Henry Cavill was also normal Superman.
Yeah.
At this point, I think if they do an Elseworlds thing like that with Henry, it's confusing.
I don't
The-
think it's confusing.
I don't think audiences right now understand. Look,
What's
we
happening.
just
Yeah.
made fun of how Sydney Sweeney and Dakota
Right.
Johnson didn't know the
Right.
difference
We just
between
went on a whole tangent.
like I have a theory that after Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2 and The Joker 2, I think James Gunn's going to shut those down. I really don't think he's going to invest in Elseworlds.
No, I don't think so.
Because it's like, get your house in order first.
It might not be his call, though.
Right, because Batman made $1 billion.
Yeah, it might not be his call.
I know, dude, but it's like...
Unpopular opinion, maybe, but I'm personally totally fine with Elseworlds as long as, which is what they're gonna do, it is very specific. Hey, this does not take place in our main continuity. So I'm okay with
They
it.
have to. They have to differentiate.
Because truthfully, like
sure.
I really like the Batman. I know some people did not.
Sure.
I really liked it, and I would like to see that follow through with at least a trilogy. Okay. And that universe can do whatever they want because I know that Brave and the Bold is going to introduce a Batman that will play in a shared universe.
Right.
So I'm cool with Matt Reeves doing whatever he wants.
I want to talk about that for a second. Do you think that if they do a Batman, the Batman 3, and maybe another spin-off TV show, that it could in any way affect what they're doing with the shared universe? Meaning, like if Matt Reeves goes, I really want to use the Court of Owls.
Sure.
That James Gunn is like, well, shit, I was going to do that for my movie. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
of course. And I mean, I would imagine that if they get to that point, like, well, I truthfully think that it would probably never get to that point because I feel like they're constantly in communication about what's happening.
Okay, it's a fair point.
I think they might be able to make it work, but they just have to time things differently.
Yeah.
I think that's all that matters, and I think a leader like James Gunn will have those conversations with people.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he wants
Plus,
to stifle
Batman's
creativity.
comic books are so rich. Like Court of Owls. I mean, it's cool. It
Long
totally
Halloween,
cool, but there's
Court
like
of
so
Owls,
much
like-
shit to do with Batman that they've never done before.
Yeah.
And especially involving the Bat family. So I would imagine that James Gunn, more than likely, not that he won't look at stories that are just Batman centric, but he's going to be so focused on Bat family and playing with those characters and seeing how could this character of the story tie into what we're going to do with, Nightwing, or not even a Batman character. It could be fucking Superman, whereas Matt Reeves is like, I'm on a very, very direct path.
He's got a story to tell.
Batman.
He's got a story to tell.
I'm so curious about how audiences are going to respond to that.
Yeah.
Because Warner Brothers tried in the past to do two separate sort of Batman. I'm about to sneeze. I'm sorry. Hang on. Keep talking about
Salute.
No, it's too late.
He's ruined it. Get away. There you go.
Sorry.
Got it.
Warner Brothers.
You do it
was
again,
trying
I'll
to- was-
kill you.
Sorry, Christopher Nolan was making his movies,
Yeah.
and Warner Brothers was like, we'll just do a Justice League movie
Right.
with another Batman.
Yeah.
We never got
Nosferatu.
that. And I think Marvel has avoided that because, well, they haven't avoided the confusion. People are confused about these Sony movies and whether they're all connected. But the animated Spider-Verse is clearly a different.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then Donald Glover shows
yeah.
up and everyone goes, huh?
Which was awesome. But people went to go see animated Spider-Man, and I don't think there was a confusion that this was not the same as the Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? But like, if James Gunn puts out his Batman movie and Matt Reeves still doing a part 3, our audience is going to go, oh wait, so is this the prequel of that?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so because we're in a whole different universe. Casual people are going to watch whatever they're going to watch.
Right.
Plus, they had Joker going
Right.
while Jared Leto was kind of Joker.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Look,
people seem to generally. I mean, they made $1 billion, so people
I
understood
really
what was
don't
happening.
think we have to worry about people not understanding superheroes not being other superheroes.
It's also not just the understanding question, but it's about like if I'll give you the Joker's a great example. You guys are right. I don't think people were confused and going, "Is this a prequel to the
Right.
other DC movies?" I don't think people even thought that it was a prequel to Tim Burton's Batman,
Right.
which is like maybe the closest it could be
Right,
connected
because it's
to.
an '80s movie,
Exactly.
blah blah blah. Yeah,
But did that film affect the public's perception of the character and of the mythos and of the DC brand? And did that sort of understanding, like their perception, did that affect anything else DC going forward? I don't know.
I don't think
I'm
so.
curious about that.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so. And I like I said, we're in a different stage of like movie production and Marvel movies being so prevalent and people just understanding that superheroes are in the mainstream at this point. Like if you see a different actor as a different superhero, it's probably something else.
Right.
Or if you are a casual person, you're probably watching it with somebody else, and you just ask them, "Hey, is this a sequel to this?" No. Cool. There you go. Move along. That's what happens.
Well,
right?
and so I think where it could get confusing is all of a sudden you do a Superman movie and you do Red Sun.
You're right. That's when I'm with an actor that previously.
Wait.
Yeah.
Man, is this?
Yeah.
I think maybe once you get into that territory, or you
That's
all of
the
a sudden,
tricky thing.
all of a sudden you do Batman as like a villain, or Superman as a villain, Joker as a
Yes.
hero.
Right.
Where does that kind of play?
Yes, that is a little.
Yeah.
I think with the way that they're doing it as of right now, with the Batman clearly being labeled Elseworlds, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think people will eventually pick up on it, even if they're just casuals.
Yeah.
And nowadays, honestly, hey, where does this Batman take place? It's its own universe. Got it.
Quick question.
You know,
and that's it.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
and I feel like majority of people who go to see these movies are in the know. They know it's its own story, or this is connected to a greater universe.
I have a friend who she has 2 young boys.
Yeah.
And they are deep into the Marvel DC movieverse and all that stuff.
Are these the same boys that yelled at Spider-Verse?
Yes, same voice. But she always texts me. She's like, "Is this movie part of this?"
Yeah.
And it's just a quick yes or no.
Yeah.
And then
But it's
she's
also like, ask your kids. They might not know.
they might not know
I
either.
don't know.
Like
Yeah.
she relays questions that they have for me.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I'm like the guru for them.
you're the
I'm the
guy.
guy they go to. But at the same time, it's just a quick like, what do I have to watch before this? Nothing.
Right.
Cool. That's it. That's as deep as it goes.
Yeah.
Because she's catching up with her sons.
Right.
And so she can't put that kind of time and effort into
Yeah,
that.
and I think nowadays, again, because superheroes are so mainstream compared to when we were kids,
Right.
our like kids of that age that have been born within the last 15 years, they're educating their parents.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. Or their parents aren't even into it. They're just like, go watch whatever you want.
Want to go see Joker fully?
I don't care. I'll just go.
I don't care.
Okay, so let's go to Anything Geeky, $5. Thank you so much. Boston here. How do you say it? Boston?
Bastin.
Bastin.
What? I don't see that one.
It's
All right.
okay. Excited for What If Season 3. Looking for What If Season 3. That's the most
sure.
anticipated project.
Sure.
Is that coming out in 2024?
No, not this year.
No.
Okay,
I
not
don't
this
think
year.
so.
They just teased that they were going to do like Sam Wilson, Captain America, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
true. They changed it up a little bit.
I think that show can go for as long as the
It
That
can
show
go
could
forever.
go literally forever.
Yeah.
The only issue is that it does take so much longer because it's animation.
Right. Which is okay.
This is okay, but this past
I
season,
think they can do it.
right, I agree. But this past season, people are like, why aren't they more current? It's like they were writing this
Yeah.
2 years ago
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
2021.
Plus, like, let's be honest, those writers are not getting access to what those stories are. They got to wait till they come out.
Sure. Yeah, like that's what happened with Loki, huh? That was
Yeah.
cool.
But either way, all three of us are looking forward to that one.
It's a fun show.
David G, $10. Thank you, David G. Hey guys, love the show. My most anticipated of 2024, The Bad Batch final season.
Oh,
Good call.
You're gonna see 3 grown men cry, most likely.
Good call. That's a good call.
The
for that
Bad Batch
reaction.
has been solid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. I think for shows that definitely is in the like towards the top for me.
for sure, for sure.
Nice.
Truthfully, damn, there's a lot of really good shows.
A lot
coming
of
out this
bangers
year.
coming
Holy
out,
shit.
for sure.
Invincible and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Marvel stuff. DC
Ashley
stuff.
with the 250 Philippine pesos.
Oh,
Thank you
cool.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Dang, I thought that was a paragraph.
No,
Good call.
that's a peso.
Thank you.
Hey, homies. I know it's not confirmed, but what do you think about Papa Pedro about being Mr. Fantastic? I know when it came out on the internet was not happy about it. Love watching the podcast. Love from the Philippines. Thank you.
I
you.
saw people happy, but I also saw some people, and I kind of get it, but I'm also kind of like, let it go. Where they were like, it should be John Krasinski, and I was like, I thought he did great, but
Folks, it was a cameo.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Well,
I am
here's my
very
thing with
against
Pedro Pascal. We love him.
Yes.
Sometimes I worry a little bit about the Jeremy Renner effect from 2011,
Okay.
where Jeremy Renner had like 6 movies going simultaneously.
Right.
Born Legacy, Hansel and Gretel, The
Yeah.
Avengers. He was in Thor as a cameo. He was in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, this dude was working.
They all came out at the same time, and I'm like, "Ugh, am I going to get to a point where I'm like, I get it. We all love Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
There are other actors that exist.
Yeah, and I
If
think
it's spread out over like a 5 to 10 year period, go for it. But
I
this
honestly
feels
think
so
he's very
compressed.
aware of that, though.
I
By
think so,
like
too.
by the later eras of like the Papa Pedro, like when they
Yeah.
kept asking him that, you
Yeah.
could tell
Yeah.
he started getting uncomfortable with
Yeah,
it.
he's
Yeah.
like, all right,
And
cool
I
it,
think he
people."
kind of like drew back a little bit because there was a certain time where it was just like all about him, and then we just kind of didn't see him.
A little quiet.
And he's not just doing the big nerd stuff; he's doing other films as well, and I can see that in between.
He's got something coming up pretty soon here.
The big nerd stuff or the big visible. My thing is like if he is going to be this character, I'm fine with it just as long as like he's excited about it, genuinely excited. If an actor like Pedro Pascal just takes this role because it is the role and it's the big Marvel machine, I'm like, I already feel like he's over Mandalorian.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too.
I already feel like it's like, because when you step into something like that, look, we just saw what J.J. Abrams said to Daisy Ridley, where he was trying to warn her and be like, if you say yes to this, it's not just a movie. This is a religion to some people.
Right.
Yeah.
That's terrifying to tell a young person.
Yeah, she was like 21 when she got cast.
Pedro's got to know that, too, he already has experienced it with Star Wars. I know this dude has been acting for 20-plus years, and he's been grinding. Yeah. And he's been in movies that you forgot he was in, and you go back and rewatch him now, you go, oh, shit, I forgot Pedro Pascal was in this. And I'm not talking about Wonder Woman 1984. That was after he hit big. That was after he hit big. So if he took a meeting with Marvel, and they went, look, we know you're busy with stuff. Yeah. We'll work with your Mandalorian schedule because now he's going to do a movie, which I'm excited about as long as he's excited about it. But if somebody, Kevin Feige or somebody pitched to him, we really think Reed Richards is a great character and there's a possibility to have Robert Downey Jr. level performances and recognition and to kind of carry us through 10 years.
Which he would be.
Then if and if they pitch to him who the character is, he's a father, he's a husband, he's flawed, he turned his best friend into a monster, and he cannot turn him back. All of the stuff that makes Reed Richards great, but he absolutely is a forward-thinking genius, but he's a scientist and he wants to help humanity and all this stuff. And if Pedro's listening, going, yeah, God, I want to do that. That sounds awesome. And if he was handed a comic book and he went, this is great. Yeah. Then I'm so happy that he's doing it. But if I even get a little whiff of
him not wanting to?
Yeah. A little. And I don't feel like I've gotten that whiff from a lot of these actors in these kinds of roles. I can't think of the last time I felt that. Even with like Thor, I think Hemsworth does love the character, even though Hemsworth and Taika kind of took it in a comedic way.
Ben Affleck kind of hit that wall.
A little bit. But I still love Ben Affleck. The way he talks about Hollywood in general, I'm like, this dude gets it, and he was kind of screwed on the movies he was in. Yeah. Yeah. I think he started with the excitement. We talked about
God,
that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was like, God, he's kind of perfect for this.
Plus,
this is great.
You saw the first image of him as Batman, and you couldn't help but be like, this motherfucker looks like Batman.
So I can't. Maybe I'm freaking out just because it's this Pedro effect that you guys are describing, where it feels like he's really everywhere.
Stretched.
And already,
no pun intended.
And it feels like he's already annoyed with he's become a meme.
Right.
And I'm like, dang, why would he step into another super visible? Yeah. But then maybe the character or the script is really good. Yeah. Maybe they pitched it to him, dude. They got Chris Evans to do that again for Steve Rogers.
After he did
He was Human Torch. How did they get him to come back for Steve? Right. He knew the risks. He knew what it entailed. They told him, this is a 10-year role.
Downey had to encourage him a little bit. But
that's, because Downey was like, dude, we're showing up to play.
Yeah.
We're
clowning.
If all of that is still happening, I'm excited. Yeah. So. All right, let's finish up these questions. Sorry, that was great.
Bo Coton, $10. Thank you so much. This is your 5th super chat donation.
Thank you.
Do you have any video games that you're excited about this year? I'm looking forward to Star Wars Outlaws. Going forward, block that damn light that's bouncing off of Augustine's laptop. Sorry, it's a red light. I try to move my laptop.
Oh, I see.
But it's bouncing. Sorry.
Yeah, it pulses on camera, but not in real life.
Yeah, it's not pulsing in real life. But anyways, I'm still not caught up on my video games. I still haven't played the new Spider-Man game. I just finished playing Power Washing Simulator, which is satisfying.
Great. Ooh, I should play that.
I'm still playing Rocket League.
Great.
That's my most anticipated
Can
game.
I ask you something? Have you seen that little viral clip where like 3 Rocket League players are playing? And then like, hold up. And then they're kind of, they run off the thing and there's a ball in the air and they're trying to score a goal. And they all simultaneously say, we'll do it with the power of friendship. And they hit the ball. And I want to ask
where is this clip?
I want to ask you, is it real or is it staged? Because it's funny as hell.
I think it's staged. Because it's so difficult to like.
Have you seen this clip I'm describing?
Yes, I know which one you're talking about.
God,
I think it's staged. But it's really freaking funny.
That's amazing.
It's so funny.
But maybe 3 bros are that Like, we have our
It's
little
us.
inside jokes.
Yeah.
Maybe they've said that before, and they just happen to
absolutely.
say it at the same
Yeah.
time.
It's
Yeah.
like when you flip a water bottle and lands, and you're like, "Oh my god, it's that
Their
moment."
clan name is probably like Friendship Bros
Yeah.
or something like
Power of
that.
Friendship.
Yeah, Power
Okay.
of Friendship. Or
But
whatever.
but it's
funny.
it sounded
The
good.
idea is funny, and playing
Yeah.
with your
Amazing.
homies. I remember playing Halo 3 with my friends back in the day,
Yeah.
and we would have so much fun. And one of my buddies was a horrible Warthog driver.
Oh, it's funny.
And we would make him drive every time, even though we were losing. We'd be like, "Chris, get on the Warthog. You're
don't want
driving."
to.
He's like, "I don't know how to drive this thing." It was so funny.
Oh
so
my
so
God.
so you know, the power of friendship gets you through things.
Yeah, I don't personally have any video games because we just have too much other stuff going on.
We got gaming is hard for us.
I got
Gaming is,
I got a game. You guys have seen my spiffy Game Boy.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
I've talked about
Tetris.
this. I've talked about this for years, but I'm getting that thing that's going to be playing all the retro games.
Right.
I'm getting it next month. I'm getting it
after
next
2 years of
month.
waiting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
February.
Okay.
And I'm going to hunt down that PS1 game with Bruce Willis that you talked about. I'm going to get it.
Suck on this.
I'm going to get
Yeah.
it, and I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to have it.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that's
yeah.
I'm looking forward to retro games.
Yeah.
I have a thing literally at home that's like, as soon as I get this thing in the mail, I'm like, my girlfriend and I are like, we're going to play Nintendo 64 till the
All day.
cows come home.
To the day we die.
Till the day,
the day we die.
every night till 4 in the morning. So, talk about I'm behind on games. I'm behind on
One game
games.
that I've been waiting for is just for somebody to bring back Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on any
yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
modern
yeah.
machine, anything. That's my
Yeah.
favorite game of all time.
Damn.
So that's what I
Dude.
am looking for.
Remember how I did that? We did the DCEU characters last week.
Yeah.
Why doesn't somebody make like a DCEU fighting game with all those characters? That'd be so sick.
I think that's
Didn't
what
they-
Injustice
we're-
kind of is, no?
No, but I
Didn't
want.
they put the? Okay.
I
go ahead.
want a DCEU, or really what I want is like an MCU fighting game.
Ah,
Marvel
versus
versus
DCEU,
Capcom is
okay.
tight.
Yeah.
Not even Marvel versus DC. Marvel versus Capcom's awesome. I love the comic booky Capcom style of the Marvel characters, but I want there to be a fighting game where it's like Brie Larson, Captain Marvel versus Chris Hemsworth, Thor, like that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
that's
I don't
impossible.
think they could ever
They'll
do
never
that.
do it. The
They'll never
likeness
do that.
rights
Yeah,
alone
you
would-
can't put somebody like that in the
Yeah.
game. Okay, let's keep on. We got
It's
three
okay.
more. Samil Battenfeld. Love you guys. Has anyone written the Tres Amigos, Tres Hermanos, a CzechXicans telenovela yet?
Someone asked about us about a telenovela in another episode.
That's really
Get on
funny.
it, Samil.
What would the,
Begin
didn't
writing
we-
it.
I remember us slightly talking about that. Like, what
Yeah.
would that be?
What would that
Tres
be?
Well,
Amigos.
Hector would be our agent.
No, you said Tres Amigos, Tres Hermanos because we would be
Oh, that's
three
right.
friends.
Yes, that's right.
That
That's right.
discover their brothers.
I remember that now. Yeah. I think now
my
though that's got to
ranch.
change.
We're on a ranch
With
Oh, okay.
Hector's new slimy business
I'm
guy
the-
representation. It's going to be more along the lines of Flight of the Conchords,
Okay, yeah,
where
yeah,
Hector's our agent,
Yeah.
and he sends us on shit jobs, and we get really mad.
I'm the
And
I'm
then
the,
we find out we're brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the Murray of the
Oh
group.
my
You're the Murray of the
God.
group, yeah.
That's funny. That would be
All
good.
right. Star Wars Stories, $5. Thank you so much. Love the weekly discussion. Have you guys watched Blue Eyed Samurai?
Not yet.
It's excellent. Season 2 has no release date yet, but I'm hoping for the end of 2024.
Cool.
Listen, y'all need to save something for 2025. God damn.
We've
Okay,
been
we got
tagged
some-
so much in getting that one done.
We got about 30 burners.
I'm really kind of interested in that.
Blue
one.
Eye Samurai is on the 38th burner.
38th
Right now.
burner, the 42nd
We're,
burner.
at this point, we're going to be recording Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, we've mentioned before, but if the dream entailed, if we were making enough money like the Blind Wave crew,
Yeah.
where they have a whole operations,
Yeah.
where they're watching something and editing something and paying their editors and
Yeah.
every day of the week.
Doing
yeah, dude,
something.
I'd add that on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now, we are a 3-man and some editors
We're-
operation.
We're still homies, just like doing shit.
Yeah.
It's not a.
Yeah.
It's not a full blown.
At some point, you're going to have to start using your PTO on Wednesdays. So we
Yeah,
can just have
exactly.
a
I'm
whole day
gonna
to
have to start
film.
calling in.
I do want to start categorizing some great suggestions for stuff in the pie in the sky category. In
Yeah.
the if we have this as an income business and it's a surplus, we would watch Blue Eye Samurai starting tomorrow.
absolutely.
Starting
Yeah.
tomorrow.
yeah,
But right
if we-
now,
if we had the resources, for sure.
We would be
Bro.
in here every day recording.
we got to get you the last episode of Echo. Okay, we're working on
We
that.
still got to get you the last episode of Secret Invasion.
We're
Yeah.
working on that. We're getting them. So thank you for the suggestion. That's a pie in the sky
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Something like Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon show, is kind of pie in the sky,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
back burner.
It's still back burner.
and
yeah.
there's so many things in play.
KP Dove says, what are y'all saying? Y'all need another 1,000 backers on Patreon.
Yeah.
More like 10,000.
Yeah.
Because, Blind Wave
Yeah.
has what? Something like 20,000?
I think they have like 12,000.
12,000. Yeah.
Blind Wave has
basically.
like the entire state of Tennessee.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah.
got
Everybody in the
locked in.
Midwest.
Everyone and their aunts
Everyone
and
in
their
the Midwest
uncle
is on their payroll.
I mean, of course, pie in the sky. If we got to that point,
Yeah.
we would not even be having this conversation
Yeah.
about it.
Exactly.
You would have had every season of Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated
Yeah.
Series, X-Men the Animated Series,
Yeah.
fucking
Resources.
Boy Meets World. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Every episode of America's Funniest Home
TGI.
Videos.
90 Day Fiance. We would have had it all.
Family Matters,
Oh my
the
God.
whole thing. Welcome back, Cotter. I Dream of Jeannie.
Alf.
Welcome back, Cotter.
RoboCop.
Damn.
Fuck, man.
We'd be watching
Small Wonder.
We'd be watching
Yeah.
shitty shows.
Every
We'd be
episode
watching,
of Dinosaurs.
Yeah. that would have been amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude! Holy shit! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
All seasons?
All seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, Samil also did ask if we've seen Hitmonkey. I have not.
No.
No.
Again, we'd be
We did
watching
the-
Hitmonkey.
No,
Yeah,
we'd be
yeah,
watching
yeah.
Modoc.
Yeah, all that.
We'd be
Agents of
watching-
S.H.I.E.L.D. season
Yeah,
1 through
yeah,
7.
absolutely.
Oh yes, dude.
Jesus.
Every episode of Demon Slayer for
Oh my
sure.
God.
Oh
With
my God.
Abby.
Everything. Yeah.
Would've
We'd
been
pay
great.
Abby to
We'd
come
pay
here and
Pay it
watch
in the
it.
bag. Every episode of Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
every
everything.
episode.
God.
Everything.
Every episode of every
Inuyashiki.
iteration of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Every,
Oh my God.
every Ghibli movie would
Oh,
be in
Lord.
the bag. Everything. So
What more do you want from them?
They would have been double bagged at this point. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of it.
Every
Fuck.
episode. And the long ones,
One
too.
Piece.
Not even Kai.
We would have had 1,000 episodes done.
Of One Piece done.
Done.
Yeah, 100%. Movies
making me
clock
sad.
with another
My
$5.
chest just started beating so fast.
That's why we're moving on to the next
Cálmate.
question. Movies Clockford with another $5. Thank you. Honestly, as much as I love Fantastic Four in general, I am way more excited to see Invisible Woman in the MCU. I hope
Yeah.
Vanessa Kirby gets the
Oh
job.
man, Vanessa Kirby's awesome.
Let me tell
That'd be cool.
The thing about those 4 characters, she is great. The thing about those 4 characters is that on any given day, each of those, like the Fantastic Four history.
Wait. Somebody
Go
asked
ahead.
for a Ripley's Believe It or Not.
We would have watched, bro. We would have watched. What is that like? That Jonathan Frakes show, Fact or Fiction?
Fact or Fiction.
Where at the end he
We
would
would
be like,
watch every episode of Rescue 911.
We made it all up. It never happened.
we would have watched
Oh
every
my
episode
God.
of Crypt Keeper, Tales from the Crypt
Tales from the
Keeper.
Crypt. Oh
from
my
the Crypt.
god.
We would have
100%.
watched. We would have watched every episode of like Elvira watching a shitty horror movie from the 80s.
Every
like,
episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark
Oh,
would be
Lord.
done. Yeah, absolutely.
What's the
Sorry.
longest running fucking TV
Yeah.
show?
The
Simpsons.
General Hospital.
Every
The
Simpsons
Simpsons.
episode would be done.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Saturday
Yeah.
every
Every
episode,
episode of Saturday Night
episode
Live.
of Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live
Lord.
starting in 1975 and we'll be
Yeah.
caught up in 2 months. What I was going to say was the Fantastic Four, those 4 characters, like there are different eras in their comic book history.
Yeah.
Right out the gate in the 60s.
Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, dude. Keep them coming, folks. Keep them coming. Every
Divers,
episode.
Diners, and Drive-Ins.
Keep going.
We would start reacting to the news. We would watch every episode of the news.
2020 since 1942. I don't know how old that show is, but
Fuck, dude. That's so funny.
oh my god.
No,
Access Hollywood.
yeah, exactly.
E.T.
We'd start reacting to our reactions. We'd
Yeah.
go back and be like, okay, guys, we're pulling up a 2020.
We would just switch, and you play
Yeah.
me, I'd play him, and
Yeah,
you know, it'd
exactly.
be like the
exactly.
multiverse.
Yeah.
What we're saying is we're jealous of the Blind Wave crew. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, basically.
That they just get
goals.
to watch
It's
everything.
2024 goals, basically.
Oh Lord.
The Invisible Woman, Susan Storm, is a top-tier character. When
Yeah.
she's written great in the comics. Johnny Storm is a top-tier
Mm-hmm.
character. Reed Richards, I talked about how great he is.
Yeah.
And out of the gate and pretty consistently throughout the comics history, Ben Grimm is one of the best Marvel characters, period. He's up there with Wolverine.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
up there with Wolverine.
He is. He
And-
absolutely
and-
is.
And,
Yeah.
and look at what Marvel did with, oh my God, Tony Stark and Thor Odinson and Steve Rogers and Peter Parker and T'Challa and Stephen Strange and so many of these characters. I cannot wait for them to get their hands on Ben
Yeah.
Grimm.
It's
I
going to
know.
be great. It's
God.
going to be great.
I know.
We're gonna love them. I can't wait to see people go like, I really liked Fantastic. I'll be like, thank you.
Finally,
They're great characters.
After 24 years.
That's what I've
Yep.
been saying.
Yep.
Oh my
Or
god.
for them to say that about like Scott Summers.
yeah.
Can you imagine?
Damn, Cyclops is
Dude,
a G.
Cyclops is sick, dude.
Finally.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'd react to every episode of Sábado Gigante for sure. That'd be in the bag for sure.
Hey guys, welcome back to Heroes Reforged.
Today we're watching Sábado Gigante
Hey.
from 1984.
It's the third Tuesday of the month. You know what that means? Today is Sábado Gigante Day.
Episode 12. The Chacal goes crazy.
Oh, this is a great one.
Chacal goes nuts.
Oh,
they're going to interview Shakira on this one. This is a great episode.
Okay,
my Lord.
We're going. Jules Juicebox $4.99. Is this Julian Casablancas from The Strokes?
Hey, Julian.
Huh? Okay. Super grateful y'all exist. Thank you so much for all the hard work. If you guys could cast a new Karate Kid for the upcoming film, boy or girl, who would it be? Good question.
That's a good question. They are currently looking for a totally complete.
Oh.
I love
it was,
Karate Kid.
because it's going to be Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
But not Jaden Smith's character.
No, or Sholo. I don't know what's happening.
Or Sholo, because,
That's so weird to me. I'm like, you guys established something with Cobra Kai, and now
Yeah.
you're bringing a new Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
what's going on? Is it because the other actors are aging out? Is that what it is?
Well,
don't know.
I have a feeling just like Cobra Kai kind of evolved the story, I think that's where we're going.
Yeah.
I think they have another plan for another Karate Kid that's
Yeah.
like it's not
Plus,
going
I
to be
think
a
if Sholo's
reboot.
going to be
Yeah.
Blue Beetle in the future, he's going to be
know.
busy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Days of Our Lives. Jeez.
Dude.
El Gordo y la Flaca.
I remember that.
We'll be watching Melrose Place at some point, probably.
Okay, Samil, we already answered Samil's question. Thank you for the other $2.
Yeah, thank you.
Leppy182, $20. This is a hot take. For the record, I'm in the Midwest and would take you homies over Blind Wave. 24/7,
thank you.
365. Hot take.
That's okay.
We really appreciate that. But
They're good
we've
boys.
actually never really talked with the Blind Wave
No,
guys,
but
but
they're
we
good boys.
appreciate what they do. and-
I'm in a Discord with a bunch of reactors, and
Yeah.
Blind Wave. Some of the members of Blind Wave are in there, so that's like the most interaction. Fuck, what is wrong with me?
It's okay.
Am I having
I
a
can't-
stroke?
can't
You're
talk.
so stressed.
Jesus,
At
I
our
know. My watch was
schedule.
like, "Oh, you have a 94 beat per minute. It's going."
Can you guys, can we get some comments in the chat that'll just calm Adam down?
Yeah, can we
Talk
just
about
Can you go on a vacation?
Talk about how much you love Michael Keaton Batman, Prague, hockey,
potato
Oh,
salad,
God.
Christopher Nolan films,
Yeah.
grandma's cookies.
great beer,
Yeah.
Czech beer.
Yeah.
Czech beer,
Tell
yeah.
him he does
Kozel Dark.
tell him he does a great job. We're doing fine.
Kozel Dark.
You know what?
man.
In all seriousness, I do appreciate the love this month, and people have been saying we're loving the productivity. We're loving the output.
Yeah.
You guys are
Yeah.
doing great. We're loving this momentum, you guys. You know,
Yeah.
back after the strikes, back in the new year, we're getting to do this weekly show. Show Adam some love for real. In the
Thank
chat.
you.
Why just me?
Because you're
Why not
stuttering.
everyone?
Because I feel like you're having a heart attack
Oh,
right
no,
now.
I'm fine.
Because your heart rate is 108,000 right now.
I'm fine.
Get through a sentence a second ago.
You know, it would be cool. I know Eric is doing the Nerd Chronic is doing that Reactorverse podcast, which is
Yeah.
really
Yes,
cool.
Yeah.
it is
It would be
awesome.
so fun if that concept could be taken to like a con and do it live.
yeah.
Because it would be so
Ooh,
fun to
that'd
do a
be fun,
panel with
yeah.
like us and
It's
some
kind of
blind
like
wave people.
it's kind of like
and-
the NBA like Olympic team
Yeah.
is a player from each
Yeah.
team.
Yes,
yes.
That would be sick,
it's like
dude.
the All-Star
Yeah,
game or
I'd go
That'd
to
be
that
fun.
panel. But no,
That'd be
those
fun.
guys are nice guys. I only
Yeah.
ever use them as an example because to me they're the most successful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
absolutely.
said blind wave, everyone's like, yeah, I know who that is.
They're the gold
We know.
standard, and
Yeah.
they're the ones that I'm like, they have a whole operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they
That's
have?
the goals.
What do they have? A compound, and everybody lives on the facility. Like that's
I would love that.
the dream.
Yeah.
If we each had a house on like 100 acres, that'd be
All
great.
right, Christopher Robin.
That'd be fan. Yeah,
And
100 in the 100
100
acre
acre
woods.
woods.
Every day at 9 a.m. we get together after brekkie, and we're like, what are we watching today for 8 hours?
Exactly.
We're watching
That's
4
it.
movies.
And that's the
Yeah,
job.
exactly.
Amazing. Okay, next question. Lena Robbins Music, $20. Thank you so much,
Thank
Lena.
you,
And
thank
also
you.
go and find Lena on Instagram. Lena has a fantastic voice.
Oh,
and
great.
She's a singer, and she joys up my day with her singing. Just because I love y'all. Cheers to the Heroes Reforged Empire one day. Hands up.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We'll put it up there. We'll all
Thank you,
pray
thank
for
you,
it.
thank
We'll all
you,
pray
thank you.
for it.
What's Lena's Instagram? What's the last name?
Lena Robbins Music. She probably follows you already.
Well, I can't spell Lena Robbins. How do you spell it?
Is it Robbins?
No, Robins.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I spell Lena.
Lina?
Lina.
Oh, I did LE. My bad.
No,
Cheese and rice.
I did like Lena Heady or something.
No.
Oh, isn't she Australian? That's probably why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't find it.
Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies. Hey.
Where's
think-
the Insta?
Say less.
I think
Say
this will
less.
be the last question of the night because
Okay.
they're calling us out for it.
Uh-oh.
KP
Oh,
dubs
no.
at $10. LOL.
Scared.
You need to end this, or are we going to keep asking questions? When are you coming to the Midwest, Detroit, Cleveland, or Chicago? Hector's out there all the
Can
time.
I be honest with you?
Yeah.
If y'all keep saying super chats, I'll be here till midnight. I don't give a shit.
Honestly, I ain't got nothing else going on. I'm down to hang out.
Whatever.
We
You're
don't
down
want
to clown, homie.
If you have like plans with the missus, I'm not trying to interrupt. I'm not
She's
trying
asleep.
to. Okay, good. Let's keep it going. Shit, dude, I don't give a shit.
Oh man. But
it-
Wait, what was the question?
you're
Sorry.
No,
Midwest.
so
Question,
traveling
when are
to the
we-
Midwest.
when are we coming?
Right.
We've been trying to go to cons, travel
Yeah.
to cons for
Yeah.
like fucking forever.
Yes,
Yeah.
We were
The-
supposed to
the-
go to Star Wars Celebration, and then monetarily it just wasn't.
the best.
Didn't make sense.
The best thing is, honestly, from what I've observed, is instead of us pitching ourselves, is if you find a local convention,
Yes.
and try to find emailing or some information on their website or whatever, like who does booking, because they always want to know who do you want to for them to bring out actors and voice actors and celebrities and all that stuff, and comic book creators and writers and artists. But if you tell them, hey, I watched these 3 guys on YouTube, here's their following, check out their stuff. I think they'd also be great at like hosting panels for you guys. Bring them and they'll sign stuff, but they can host panel. Pitch us to them, and we'll have a better shot at dude, if we got an email from some convention in Ohio that was like, hey, we'll pay you this
That's what
much
Blindwave is.
and we'll buy your guys plane tickets. You guys want to fly out for a weekend? You know how fast we would say yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we
Straight
can
up.
hang out with
Absolutely.
Blindwave crew and check out their facility.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Look at this.
Yeah, look at it. It's 18,000 stories.
Wow.
We're like little kids in there. We're
Yeah.
like, oh,
What do you guys
Is
pay
this
for rent?
Lucasfilm?
What do you guys pay for rent? That much? Shit, LA sucks. What do you guys?
I think people would be shocked at how small our operation is.
Yeah.
I remember I posted
Yeah.
my laptop once, like
Yeah.
on Twitter, of we were about to watch something, and they were like, "That looks like you're watching from prison."
Somebody was like,
Like,
"What's your Venmo? Can we help?"
Right? They're like, "What's
Jesus.
going on here? It looks like an
Oh, boy.
interrogation room."
Wes is asking, are you boys doing WonderCon this year? We just literally today got approved for press passes for WonderCon and Comic Con.
Sick.
I'm down to go. I have not been to WonderCon since
I
before
don't think
COVID.
I've ever been to WonderCon.
Let's go. Let's tear it up.
Yeah, you and I
Let's turn it
went. I think it was 2019. We went and
Yeah.
we bought all those CDs. Remember?
Oh yeah, dude.
They were great. I love La La Land Records.
Yeah, La La Land Records had
Yeah.
a booth that was like, here's the Galaxy Quest score.
Yeah.
I'm like, yoink.
Yoink.
Thank you.
Justice League, the animated series. Hell yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I guess
So
we're gonna
I'd like
keep.
to
I'm
go.
down to keep going.
No,
Should we
that's
go
it.
to-
That's the last super
it?
chat question. Yeah.
If there's any more, we'll
just wants to keep
stay.
talking.
Oh my god.
Listen, okay, so we barely got to talk about our most
I
anticipated
know.
stuff,
Well, I'm glad you brought it up.
right?
Yeah, we did.
Because
Barely.
otherwise we wouldn't have.
okay.
Is there anything else that you guys are really looking forward to? Like selfishly,
Yeah.
what do you want to watch regardless if it's with the channel or
Oh,
not?
sure.
I did just buy my tickets to see. Well, I didn't just like. I lucked out 2 times. I bought tickets to see Tenet in IMAX 70 millimeter at Irvine.
Yeah.
I somehow beat the pre-order like actual drop because they'll tweet out like, "Hey, tickets are now available for this screening."
Yeah.
Somehow I got 20 minutes ahead of the game.
Oh.
And I got tickets when there was literally no tickets sold. And then people were like, "How the fuck did you get tickets?" I was like, "Oh, I just went on Fandango
Yeah.
or I went on Regal or AMC or whatever." And as soon as they went, they're like, "Yeah, it's all sold out."
You use VPN?
No, I got lucky. I don't know. I don't
Interesting.
know. So I got tickets to see Tenet.
Christopher Nolan must have saw your name.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan
Oh,
was like,
that
"Hey, I
bastard.
know that
Give
guy.
him
Yeah.
priority.
I watch
Yeah.
Heroes Reforged."
He
so
likes-
I got
he
tickets
likes
to see that.
camera
likes my
technology.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've
Give-
never got to see Tenet in IMAX
Oh,
because
cool.
it came out during COVID.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those movies that it was available to go see, but
Yeah.
no one was really going to the theater.
For sure.
So I was always bummed because I've seen all of his movies in IMAX, and that's the one that I didn't. So I got tickets to that, and I got tickets to see Dune. So I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm more excited for theatrical experiences
Yeah.
than the movies.
Yeah.
Like Deadpool 3, I kind of know what to expect because we've had
Yeah.
2 already.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to go into the theater with you guys and whoever else and experience what that movie is going to be.
Best Buy's getting rid of Blu-rays, but here's what I'm going to say: I'm
you.
I'm excited about seeing what comes next because I've seen the blowback to that.
Yeah.
I'm seeing more people go.
And Walmart went Give
Yeah.
it,
Give it all to
I'm
me.
seeing-
because now I'm on
I don't
Walmart's
like
website.
Walmart,
Yeah.
but I'm buying from
Oh,
Walmart.
I've been going to Walmart.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
buying from
Yeah.
Walmart. I've been
Yep.
pre-ordering
Yep.
like a madman.
And then we saw the news that like the company that used to be Mondo
Yes,
is now starting up something called Mutant.
Mutant with Elijah Wood.
So I'm beginning to see this evolution of how movie lovers and TV show lovers are sort of approaching the future. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm excited about. I do think that physical media movies are going to have a future like vinyl.
Oh,
I
100%.
think we're going to
100%.
start to see more companies.
I think
and,
everybody is starting to hate streaming services.
yes,
yeah,
I think
So-
everybody is starting
Jesus.
to hate that.
And Adam, you said like Tenet coming out during the pandemic. I just had a similar experience. I went to go see a comedy movie I love that also came out during the pandemic, and I saw it in a theater. And guys,
Oh, was the Vidiots screening?
yes, of Werewolves Within, which is a
Oh,
comedy that I
yeah.
love.
Okay.
And it was super cool that the director and some of the cast were there also, and they did a little like panel afterwards, and they said we never got to see this with a theater.
yeah.
Everybody in there, I think everybody in there mostly had seen the movie, but there's a bunch of people who hadn't. But the energy in there, you guys,
It changes
was
the experience.
it made me
makes
love
it better.
the movie.
Yeah.
It makes it
more.
better, yeah.
Dude,
like-
that happened when I went to the theater to go see Hook,
Yep.
a 32-year-old movie or
So I'm-
33-year-old movie.
I'm excited about like that. That reminded me because we went to go see the Iron Giant in a theater a couple years ago.
Oh yeah,
We were there and
the
we,
Vista.
and we cried at the
Yeah.
Vista. We heard everybody tearing up at the end, and we heard kids, and it was kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh yeah, shit. Like the pandemic's over, and I think more movie theaters, and I had never been to Vidiots, and I loved it.
So yeah, and that's new. It's fairly new.
But yeah, because they were trying to open during the pandemic, and then they had to like fundraise and everything. So I'm just looking forward to like when those opportunities arise. You saw Batman with an orchestra.
Yeah.
I'm loving watching older movies at home and rediscovering some of them.
Yeah.
I'm excited about being excited for new movies.
Yes.
But I'm also like, dude, if there are screening opportunities for movies I've seen,
Of course.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited
You know
about.
what's happening at the New Beverly is that they're showing old movies. They're even showing like Warner Brothers cartoons.
Oh yeah,
They're showing
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
Looney
Dude,
Tunes and shit.
Sundays is Family
Yeah,
Day, and they
it's
do
great.
like
Yep.
a lot of amazing
I'm
stuff.
on the email list for Vidiots, and
Yes.
I was out of town this past weekend, but they had on Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Teenage Mutant Ninja
Ninja
Turtles
Right,
1990.
exactly. It's so fun.
Dude.
It's
Come
such a fun watch.
on, Come on.
I think the swing back to
Yeah.
physical media, vinyl, like all this stuff, I think it's very well deserved. I think it's time that people kind of realize that these billionaires are not in it for
Right.
our
Yep.
like purpose.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know Netflix started with a great idea, and this was
Oh
before
my God,
licensing.
totally. Yeah.
Before
Yep.
licensing was an issue, they were just like, we have all these movies, you can watch
Right.
them, and I was so excited.
Yep.
And now I don't want anything to do with a
Yeah.
streaming service because I'm like,
Yeah.
you're gonna pull this movie whenever you want,
Exactly.
and it's most likely, with my luck, gonna be right when I want to watch it.
Of course.
And either that, or it's going to be at a different service, and I have to pay that money, and then
Yeah.
I already have this. I just think the swing back is great.
Yeah. And I mean, like, so my girlfriend there's a lot of movies that are considered classics that she hasn't seen.
Sure.
We watched The Thing for the first time on Sunday.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did I watch it on streaming? Absolutely not.
Never.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go and I'm going to, and she watched it and she went, holy shit, this movie is so impressive.
Yeah.
Visually
Yeah.
holds up
Yeah.
so well.
Because you were like, that's a Blu-ray, baby.
The-
That's
yeah.
the 4K. You know
Oh,
the 4K?
on the 100-inch projector screen. Hello. Holds up so well. Like, yeah, I don't want her first experience to be watching it
Yeah.
on like Movies Anywhere
laptop.
or Apple Plus on a
Yeah.
laptop at a low bit rate where
Yeah.
it's constantly buffering. No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yep, 100%.
I did the same thing because we both went to go see Batman together.
Yeah.
She had never seen it. And I think I mentioned in a previous episode where the mix was kind of weird, where there was a lot of special effects and sound effects missing.
Oh, yeah.
So I put it on HBO Max, and I'm watching. I'm going, oh no, this doesn't even sound that good. So I grabbed the Blu-ray, I put on. She went, holy shit, this is like a whole nother movie with all
Yeah,
these sounds.
exactly.
Sick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, those big cracks.
Listen, you asked for more questions. We got 5 more.
Let's
Hector.
go.
First of all, Lena Robbins Music, thank you so much.
Thank you.
She said this $4.99 is for Adam's calmness, a tub full of Czech potato salad and physical media. For Hector, she's pitching her Instagram at Lena_R_T.
Gotcha.
Sorry, shameless plug. It's okay. And thank you, Augustine, for the love. Of course, thank you so much for being a fan and watching. Sani, again, with the $2, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. When? Hector, you've been already?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Isn't that where Keller's brother lives?
That's where the whole
Knobloch tribes
resides.
live.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe
we'll go there.
I got some family in
you?
Texas.
DFT, Dallas Fort Worth. Maybe. I don't know. DFW. Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas Fort. Hey, brother. There's a T in there somewhere. Fort Worth.
Shelby Fielding. Shelby, you've given so much money. Thank you so much.
Goodness.
Shelby Fielding with another $4.99. If we're staying late, I feel like the MCU is missing stakes as of late.
Oh my
Ideas for
goodness.
raising the stakes and making stories feel like they matter.
Shelby just dropping a bomb. Oh,
Each one of these questions is a podcast topic.
She goes, we're staying late. Crack
the nuts. Yep.
Drop this like a dump on us. Guy, talk about this. Jesus.
That's all your questions have been amazing, and their whole episode's a podcast. I mean, look, what it is, there's so many factors that are factoring into why the MCU is in the state that it is.
Yeah.
And part of it is its own fault in the fact that they give us such good material with the Infinity War saga.
Yeah.
Like, they set the bar, and they set the bar high.
Yeah.
And the bar is so high that people even look back at movies like Thor 2.
Yep.
They look back at Avengers Age of Ultron, which was not critically recepted well.
Sure.
And all of a sudden they're like, bangers. These movies are bangers, right? Mm-hmm. You think back with rose-colored glasses. And so I think that's an inadvertent problem that Marvel has created.
They're in a transitional phase right now.
Right. They're in a transitional phase right now. But also, they got excited with Disney Plus and streaming.
Yes.
And Disney got ahead of the game, too. They were just like, this is it. This is going to be our moneymaker, right? Yeah. And so there's so many different things affecting the MCU at this point, and it has to do with what happened.
Felicia's going to bed, so I said, bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
But we mean that with love and respect.
Yes,
of course.
Not a diss.
No, and
Thank
so
you.
I think it's tough to say that these stories don't matter. I think that might be a little bit too hard because there have been amazing stories that have come out in this new phase of the MCU.
If the argument is, let's look at each individual movie and talk about like the stakes dramatically within each movie.
Right.
It's kind of up and down.
Yes.
You guys mentioned you didn't love Quantumania. You didn't like the film. Are the stakes high enough in that? It depends. Like, it's Kang. He's the big deal, but it's also all in the quantum realm. But it was this opening salvo for this character, but should they have done that for that character? I don't know. Then you get to Guardians 3, and the stakes are high, very emotionally high.
But also think about the stakes overall building up.
You keep saying steaks, and I was getting hungry. Jesus.
Think about the stakes overall leading up to Thanos. I think that's also what people are talking about, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily about like the individual stakes because each movie did build up to something individual with the character. But I think the fact that they did so well leading up to Thanos in the Infinity War and Endgame that the stakes have been raised to a level that it's going to be difficult to get up to. But also at the same, I'm not saying it's impossible.
Yeah.
Right.
But also think about Marvel Phase 1, Phase 2, and where they were nowhere near Infinity War.
I agree.
They were nowhere near Endgame. Like I think we need to kind of like reset our minds as far as like what we're expecting from superhero movies, which is difficult because it's difficult for people to let go of the things that they love and the things that happened. It's impossible to forget when Cap picks up the hammer for the first time. That's the dragon people are chasing right now.
Yeah. And that was the build-up.
And that was the build-up of a decade of movies.
Right. Yeah. And it was the unknown. It was the total
Absolutely.
unknown.
Yeah.
You didn't know where the MCU was going to go.
No.
Now I think, and in some ways they did do this also with the Infinity Saga, was where they would do these like big drops of like, here's what we're leading towards.
Yes.
Now, because everyone is so aware of what Marvel is, billions of people know what Marvel Studios is, like you're saying, the expectation is so high that if everything doesn't fire at a 10, it's considered a failure, which is super unfair. But Marvel also kind of did it to themselves because, like you're saying, they created something that is so big and massive that, of course, the expectation with every project is it's got to be
Big
a 10
and
out of
massive
10.
now. Now everybody's expecting that caliber with even the small projects.
Every movie has to be an Avengers Endgame. That is so
that's
unfair.
impossible.
I like that they didn't do another Avengers movie yet. I like that. I think that's good.
I think we can move away from that team up format for a long time.
Sure.
For a long time.
But then how do you, I mean, they did announce that there's 2 Avengers movies coming, and they're going to wrap out this storyline. And the Avengers movie formula makes the most sense for wrapping up whatever they've got, all the different elements at play. That kind of story makes the most sense for, okay, Doctor Strange is showing up and he's telling us there's incursions because he's coming in with info from his movie.
Right.
And this character's showing up and they're going to warn us about Kang, and that's Ant-Man coming in from his movie. And da-da-da-da-da-da, and it's all going to culminate in the story. We're not there yet. Like Augustine said, we're in like a phase 2. So think about the phase 2 movies: Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World,
Guardians
Captain
1.
America: Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, which feels so removed now.
Yeah.
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I'm worried
and
you're
Ant-Man.
gonna like knock that thing,
It's
home
empty.
run that.
It's empty.
okay.
It's empty. So anyway, we just have to reconsider where we're at right now.
Right.
But
where Marvel was back in this
Yeah.
phase.
Not to say you couldn't have valid criticism for the things
Absolutely.
they're doing now.
Absolutely.
If you saw the Marvels and you went, not good enough dramatic stakes for these characters,
Right.
for Carol and Monica and Kamala, that's fair. The villain, not the best villain.
Right.
The threat, what was
Take
that
it or
movie
leave
about?
it.
It was more about the dynamic between the
Right,
three women.
right.
Now, at the end of the movie, she lost Monica. She's in another universe. How that's going to pay off?
Spoiler alert.
Whoops. How that's going to pay off, that's what's going to affect how people watch that movie.
Right.
Exactly.
And how emotional it's going to. So,
Yeah. Plus, I think the big difference too in the previous saga.
yeah.
Every Avengers movie had a few characters, a few more,
Yeah.
Yep.
a few more, literally fucking everybody.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
I feel like with whatever Kang Dynasty becomes and
Yeah.
Secret Wars, I feel like it's going to be all of these new characters plus
All
the
at
legacy
once,
characters,
yeah.
all the characters that are new in
Potentially,
place.
right.
So
Potentially.
that I also wonder, like, how is that going to play out? And our audience is going to go, too much happening, too much happening.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Man.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think there's a lot going for it, and I also don't want to give Marvel an easy out and say that they didn't oversaturate the market because in retrospect, I think they
the
did.
amount of projects that came out in 2021
Yeah.
is equivalent to what they did in like 5 years
Right,
span.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that is
Or
obviously
maybe 10
it's,
years.
the writing is going to suffer because
Yeah.
we've all been a part of the Hollywood machine. They were having writers crank out these shows regardless of the what the ideas were.
Yeah.
If they said it was going to be done, it was going to be done.
Yeah, and because of Bob Chapek or whoever was running Disney at the time, was that his fault because he was demanding that?
Was it Feige?
Or was it Kevin Feige going, let's do it all because
Yeah.
now we have endless potential?
I think it was a combo
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Chapek saying, I'm giving you all this money, do it.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this.
I need
This is-
stuff on
This is
streaming.
going to make us money.
Yep.
And Kevin
Yeah.
was like, they're giving us these toys, let's play with them.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of a bad combination.
I also just did a podcast with our pal DJ Wooldridge and Roxy Stryer, the Only Stupid Answers podcast, and we talked about this.
Summer, go feed your cats.
And the
Yeah, get outta here.
we should maybe wrap up. So people are bailing.
I know. People are bailing. Yeah,
even
for sure.
Felicia was like, "You guys,
Yeah.
shut
I'm
up.
out.
You guys shut the
Not
hell
too
up."
much. Yeah.
It's
But-
midnight on the East Coast.
All I was going to say, somebody in their community asked a similar question of like, should Feige be more hands-on? And DJ's answer was no, because he's an executive. So that's never the answer. That was DJ's take. That's valid. But I do think about him like, well, when those first 3 phases of Marvel with how successful they were, is it because Kevin Feige and the Marvel Parliament, the creative people at the top, whoever those producers are, had enough on their plate that they could kind of help in however ways they helped? Kevin Feige included. Like I've heard stories of his good feedback. I've heard that he was the guy who had the idea for WandaVision, the show. That was a Kevin Feige brainchild, apparently,
Right.
which is great for that creative producer. And then you hire the right talent to
make it happen.
To make it happen.
Right. Jackman,
So
all those people,
because they blasted all those shows and projects and movies at the same time, did Feige have less of an input on each of those? I don't know.
Like,
yeah.
look, listen, we can look at how much time
Look at us right now.
Look at how
Yeah.
much time it takes us to put out videos.
Yeah.
That
We
dude went
can't-
from Heroes Reforged to Blind Wave. Like, you got to slow down,
exactly.
brother.
He went from a 1 to a 10.
You
gotta
gotta 1 to 1,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Slow it down.
And think about that guy trying to balance work life, trying to be a normal human being with the entire weight of the MCU on his shoulders. Like that's
Literally, not an
massive.
exaggeration.
And I honestly don't blame people or don't blame the MCU for taking a little dip because it's fine. Like I don't think it's the death of the MCU. I don't think it's bad for the MCU. I just think that's kind of the natural
it's a stepping
progression.
stone.
It's the stepping stone for the
Yeah.
next. You gotta have your undulations, so that we can come back up again
your
and get that
Wiggles out.
and get the get your wheels out.
They
My
are just
niños. Okay,
niños.
we gotta keep
Is
moving.
that okay?
No.
Keep
We
going.
got more. We got more.
Keep going.
So thank you, Shelby. You're inspiring an entire podcast, a whole other podcast. Trials of the Wilds. Thank you for the £5. I'm guessing that's €5. Love the live shows. Hope they get less stressful.
Thanks.
Yeah, tell that to
Just tell the internet to
Leppy
stop being
with
a
another
turd.
donate. Leppy, thank you.
Thank you.
Rent is due tomorrow, but it's more important sweatshirt sizes.
Aw.
PO box. Adam, can you pull up the PO box and just throw that in
Oh,
chat somewhere?
yeah. Do you have that anywhere?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's there
I
somewhere.
think it's in our Discord.
Wow.
Would you guys be open to doing mailbox episode? We could do a mailbox
Oh,
episode
yeah.
of the
Oh,
podcast.
hell yeah.
We will do fucking anything.
Hey, that's a really good
Well,
idea.
hold on. Almost anything.
You hang on. Anything as long as it's only a little sexual, we'll do it. Not a lot
just a
sexual.
tiny bit.
Just
If you send us that sandworm popcorn bucket,
we'll put
we'll
our
open
fist
it.
in it, but that's it. Nothing else. The three of us will kiss on the lips, but no tongue. That's where we're at.
smooches.
We'll peck on the lips, but no tongue. No tongue.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Okay.
Thank you, Leppy. Appreciate
Next
that.
question.
We're gonna drop the PO box in the chat.
Yes,
so
somewhere
Adam
here.
can throw that in there.
Yep.
But I'll move on to the next one.
Thank you.
Ashley from the Philippines again. Thank you so much for the 250 pesos. It's noon here, so let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
wait, it's noon or midnight?
It's noon in the Philippines.
Oh, in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
In the Philippines.
Oh, great.
Oh, wow.
And this is another one for me, guys.
Go for it.
I'm the Justin Timberlake
Take
of
it
this
away.
episode.
Yeah,
That's
apparently.
great. I'll take Lance Bass.
Also, thank you, Augustine, for pushing me to vinyl. I ordered my player last week. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Wanted to
cool.
ask, how did you find your Ghibli era during the strike? So how do we get into it? And please add The Boy and the Heron to the queue. Yes. So, I mean, that really came out of necessity, right? Obviously.
They were not struck work.
Yeah, yeah. So we had fun. I think that's also what they're asking. I think I want to continue, and at least Adam at least needs to finish out Spirited
Mononoke.
Away and Mononoke.
Oh, yeah.
Like
You're
Spirited
right.
Away and Mononoke are must watches. I think if for some reason it gets busy, Howl's Moving Castle can kind of be pushed back. I've been hearing amazing thing about The Boy and the Heron, but I don't know. Maybe Ashley can talk us into doing that one before. Well,
The Boy and the Heron?
yeah, because that's
I
the
don't think
newest
it's out
one.
on digital yet.
No, it's not out
It's
on
still in
digital yet.
theaters.
But when it comes out, we can do it.
I think we're going to drop this P.O. box. Do you want to say put Abby Trott as the name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
In the
You
PO
can.
box, you got to put care of Abby Trott. Otherwise, we're not going to get it.
But then maybe inside whatever the
Put
package
Heroes
is,
Reforged.
put like to Adam, Hector, and Augustine, and she'll get it to
Also,
us.
sweatshirt
Yeah.
sizes.
Large.
2XL.
I'm in between sizes right now. You guys, give me an XL, please. Thanks.
Thank you.
There's the PO box in the chat, and we'll put that in other places too. I guess.
Sure.
We'll put that in the description of the
Yeah,
video.
I used to think that I thought
it was on the description of the videos too.
It might be on YouTube in the description at the bottom, but if
Right,
not,
right,
I'll
right.
add it. I thought it was there though.
right.
And then John Liang, we'll finish out with John because
Okay.
So he tipped $1.99 and then another
you.
$1.99.
Thank you.
Loving the water one, Hots.
Loving the water one.
John, you're going to have to take that one again. In the regular chat, let us know what you meant by
What does that mean? I'm not sure.
Loving
yes,
the
Heroes
water.
Reforged, care of Abby Trott. That's a good way to put it.
Loving the water ones. That must be in reference to something we said 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Loving the what were we talking about?
Loving the
Water.
water ones.
Hots. This is a great way to drop a little mind fuck grenade in the
Help.
chat. And be like, this will confuse the fellas.
Here's a question real quick
Yeah.
from Andrew Cook in the chat.
yep.
Abby's coming to New Zealand for the con. Hector, are you going back to New Zealand?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, Brett.
Yes.
Yes, we'll
When's
be
that?
there.
When's that?
I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, you don't know.
I forgot, but it's happening at some point.
I like
And I'm
when
excited.
people, I like
Also,
when
can
people
I
ask
come
these
with?
questions because then Augustine are like, "You're gonna be out of town when?"
Yeah,
You need to put
I
that
know.
in
We
the
need to put it in the calendar.
Yeah.
But also, I'm going with. So
Let's go.
I'm stowing away in your.
Let's go.
In your.
Look.
I'll just be
If
shifting.
No, you'll be on break.
If we're coming out to Midwest for a convention,
Yeah.
I love it. The goal is for us to do the international travel opportunities to like meet fans and conventions around the world. New Zealand is at the top of that list.
Oh,
dude.
100%.
We got to go check in with
100%.
PD Jacks.
Yep.
See what's going on with
Yep.
Weta.
With my
See
homie,
what's going
PD
on
Jacks.
Weta Workshop. Dude, Wellington.
That would be amazing.
Wellington's a fun time.
My homeboy, Sir Richard Taylor.
Oh, that would be
yeah.
awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So if
They're
you're
both
living,
my homeboys,
if you
so
live in
I'll just go say
Wellington,
hi.
John was talking about our wardrobe, loving the wardrobe.
Oh, the
Yeah,
wardrobe.
what a
wardrobe.
typo.
Yeah.
Hey,
And then hots, like we're all hot, like we're
I think it's
attractive.
I think it's hot.
Yeah.
Wow, what happened? Was that a text to
He
speech?
said effing autocorrect. So.
was he driving? Was he
effing autocorrect.
driving
Probably.
and screaming? Say, loving the wardrobe, looking hot. And YouTube was like,
Loving the water
say-
closet.
Yeah. What?
Garinder says
Okay.
24-hour live stream. Listen, it's
Dude.
not like I haven't
Dude.
been a part of one before.
If we had
also-
a goal of raising money for like charity or like
Yeah.
we're broke. We got kicked out. We got to raise $100,000.
We're gonna need $100,000.
live
Please.
in LA. Yeah.
Remember when we did that 2 12-hour days of watching Marvel movies? That was crazy.
3 days.
Oh, yeah, 3
It was
days.
a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that
we
was
watched
crazy.
everything from Iron Man to Ant-Man.
We gotta
or
find
Civil
that.
War.
We gotta
Yeah.
find that wherever
It's
that
gone.
was.
It's gone.
Is it?
they're on-
Felicia Day deleted it. She
I know,
deleted
right?
it.
She
No,
did.
okay.
No, I actually do have copies of all that.
Ooh.
Yeah, Zach gave
Here's-
me all the copies.
Here's what I think would honestly be fun is I don't want to do a full 24 hours with you guys. I love you guys, but hang on, hear me out. Hear me out.
Let me check my heart rate real quick.
Hear me out.
One moment.
I think it'd be really fun to do a hours long live stream where we do multiple things. You know, we do activities where like maybe we play a board game or cards or something. Maybe we play a little bit of a video game. Maybe we do watch a movie and kind of live react to something and then do like and have like friends come over and do like, hey, like DJ Wooldridge is coming over for a little bit. We're going to chat for like 40 minutes and then he's going to bounce. And then, you know, something like that could be fun if we have a real great occasion to do it. I don't want to just sit and marathon movies.
Right.
I don't have that in me anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit and marathon playing a video game. I don't have that in me anymore.
I don't either.
And I can't talk for 12 hours
So
straight.
you're talking about just live streaming a day where we hang out.
Yeah, dude. Because I could hang out with you guys for a day.
Heart rate 73 beats per minute.
It's not too bad. Was that too bad?
80,000 beats per minute.
No, I mean, here's the thing. So like we used to do it
Yeah.
wasn't for Heroes Reforged. It wasn't for Hyper Heroes. It
But-
was for Hyper RPG.
When that structure already existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
We used to do those types of all-day streams, but I wouldn't be opposed to it if we did something like that. But we did mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's all
It's a
I'm-
little.
that's what I'm
It's like
saying.
we're watching one movie, we're playing
Yeah.
one game. We're
Yeah.
gonna do. Like an hour of just like whatever. Yeah, we're gonna play a card game
You know,
or a
Adam's
board game.
going to take a break for 2 hours, and some other people are coming in. We're hanging
Right.
out. You know,
Yeah.
Augustine's going to dip out for 2 hours. Like that kind of thing. Of
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to doing something if it's like a 12-hour stream. You know, maybe something like that. But we would
Y'all are
we would,
crazy.
we would really have to
Y'all are
like
crazy.
figure
Augustine's
out.
like, I'm
Y'all-
not your
y'all are
friends.
fucking crazy.
Augustine's like, I'm not
Augustine's
doing
like,
this.
I
no,
left
no.
that life for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because sometimes you gotta fart, and I don't want to fart on camera.
Oh.
That's it.
We got 2 bathrooms. It's
Yeah,
all right.
That's
It's
why
okay.
you just look in the camera and you go, I have to leave. And you go take a break.
I gotta go.
I don't know, man.
Well,
That's
here's
a
what we'll
long
do.
stream.
We'll set up a camera back there, no sound.
I was
And
totally
that's the
thinking.
and that's the fart cam.
that's the fart
and every
cam.
time you fart, you go back there
Okay.
and you just
Let
like
it loose.
lean,
Let it loose.
and you
Yeah,
clearly
yeah,
are
yeah,
farting,
yeah.
but there's no microphone.
Right, right, right.
And then you come back and after it's dissipated,
Yeah.
That's funny.
and fart cam caught you fart.
I have
that's
I have thought about something like that. But yeah,
What would the honestly to me the occasion would have to be raising money for a charity
Or something,
something. But like, what would make you think it would be a good good reason to do it? If you've thought about it.
great question because
Yeah.
my answer is nothing.
Yeah.
No, but that's not true. I mean, you know what could be kind of fun?
Mm.
I remember they used to do this for Star Wars when they were filming them in Australia.
Mm.
They had webcams set up as they were like filming.
Mm-hmm.
There was no sound. Maybe this would be super fucking boring and people would hate it. But like maybe when we're shooting a cooking special, we have
Maybe.
a live stream of us just like doing the production, but there's no sound.
I think that might be more along the routes.
Yeah.
Augustine's just trying to get out of doing something for
and
hours.
Then like you know, in the middle of us making it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is with the cooking special, we don't really do takes.
Right.
He's trying to
right.
wrap
One
us
long
out right now.
continuous thing.
Guys, if you sneak in another super chat real quick, Augustine will have to read it real quick. He's ready to go to sleep.
I think the moral of the story is we don't want to do live streams that will burn us out.
Correct.
Right.
Because the minute we start doing that, we're not going to want to do live streams
At
ever
all.
again.
Or not even live stream. We won't want to do any videos.
Yeah,
I had 2
exactly.
of these today. That's why I'm jacked and I'm ready to go. And we so appreciate the love. But don't feel pressure. You don't have to do a super chat. But if you sneak one in right now, Augustine will have to read it.
And then also it's like a logistical thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
if we're doing a live stream, who's going to come in to run the live stream while we're
Well, Wesley
Yeah.
just agreed.
Oh, son of a Wes.
okay, Wes?
Wes.
Okay.
I don't
You
know.
gotta
If
take a
you've,
break, brother.
But yeah, but
Wesley,
maybe,
I don't know if you're ready
there,
for that.
but maybe there is something like that. Like maybe it's an anniversary. Maybe it's raising money for
Yeah.
a charity.
Yeah.
That might be worth it. Like an
Maybe
anniversary.
we do something where it's like
What if
part
we
of it's
did
a
that
cooking
for our
special.
10-year YouTube anniversary.
Ooh.
Like the fact that you just said 10-year
10
anniversary
Hey,
makes
we're,
me want
we're
to.
sneaking up
when
on
did
This
we
is the
start?
longest relationship I've ever
we
been in my
started in
life.
2015.
2015. Okay, so 2025.
January
We're
2015.
9 years.
So 2025 next year. That's what we'll shoot for.
Yeah.
Well, everything we just said, maybe not 12 hours, maybe like a 4-hour stream. How about that?
Maybe I just came up with the
There you
reason
go.
I would do
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
That's the
10-year
reason I would do it.
10-year
A 10-year
anniversary.
YouTube anniversary.
It'd be fun.
I think if it was like an hour and a half, however
Yeah.
long, 2-hour cooking special,
Yeah.
then we played a game, and then we closed out with like watching a movie or something.
There you go.
That's not bad.
There you go.
That's not
like
bad.
a 6-hour day.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you got another question? Reed?
Senny
All
just
right.
donated $2. You're killing me, Senny. I'll gladly talk The Last of Us or Doctor Who with you. You know
Okay.
what? That's also another good idea that I've been thinking about.
Yeah.
Letting people in the chat call into either a phone number or a video line,
yeah.
and we put their face
That
up
is
on,
for sure something we got to do for the
yeah.
anniversary.
We put their face up on just like we
as
had
long
the,
as you want that.
just like we had the 100K celebration where we
Yeah.
had people send in their videos.
That was awesome.
That was amazing, by the way. Thank you, everyone who did that.
Cars just said I was 13 when you guys started. If that's true, Jesus Lord
Jesus,
help
Lord,
me.
Stop it.
How old are you right now? Don't answer.
Who turns 41st? Hector. Hector turns 41st.
I'm 39.
With Adam's heart rate, Adam turns
Adam?
41st.
Adam on the inside is 78 years old.
Yeah.
But on the outside, you don't look a day over 29.
Yeah,
Thanks, baby.
29,
You look good.
thanks. But I think that's why I would be excited to do that.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
do the 10-year anniversary
Next year.
Of
Not this year.
we
Yeah.
literally have
That
to start
shit's
planning now. But also
that'll be our heroes endgame.
maybe
Yeah.
working in fan or watching callers to like a Zoom cam or something
Yeah.
to where
Yeah.
we could talk, take a question,
be cool.
and then do it that way.
Don't
So-
flash your dick. Don't do that.
Yeah.
No. We have
I mean,
clickers
even
where you
even
can
our
kick
podcast, like right now, it's very bare bones. Like
Yeah.
we literally fade in from black, and
Yeah.
that's our podcast.
Yeah.
That's it.
And when we did the edited version, we had like an intro and an outro, and like I want to bring those elements back. It's
Okay.
going to take some time to piece those things together and figure out how to get it to all work.
We got another one. That's great. That's great.
John Liang. Wait, y'all have been online as long as Critical Role.
Pretty
Are you
much.
serious?
Pretty
yeah,
much.
that's true.
And just
and 0.0001 of the financial success.
I think more zeros than that,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Probably.
0,
I
0,
think,
0,
10
0,
zeros.
0, 0,
Yeah.
0, 1. Lena.
Yeah.
we all
I don't
just
got work tonight.
We all
Let's
just died.
go.
Oh my god,
Dude, maybe this live stream we're talking about is really just a slumber party.
I
And
think-
maybe it's
Probably.
happening tonight.
I know.
And maybe it's
I'm gonna
because
call
I'm
it.
sleeping on your couch.
Dude, real talk though. Maybe by the time
Slumber
we do this
party massacre.
maybe by the time we do a slumber party, I'll have my little retro gaming machine.
You
Yeah.
will.
And we set that up. And
Yeah.
then we,
Hector,
and
it's
then
next year.
We can recreate the Blockbuster family, first of all.
First
we
of all, family.
We can recreate that Blockbuster vibe of
Yeah.
like we order pizzas and we get like, what did you guys have? Like probably like a Coke 2-liter. And then we play GoldenEye.
Yeah.
We do that for like an hour.
You know what's the only thing that
be
gets
sick,
kind
bro.
of tricky with those things is staying within the boundary of fair use.
Uh-huh.
That's the tricky thing.
That's the
true.
hard part.
Yeah.
That's
That-
true.
And some people will fucking hate it because it's going to have to require us to switch from us playing the game to just us with no audio for a few seconds.
Sure.
Switching back to the game,
Yeah.
it's going to really require a tech person who can really be on cue so we don't get shut down.
Maybe
Ashley's pointing out that this is becoming a brainstorming session, and this is
Yeah.
kind of what we do.
it
we
is.
need that light up writing board thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With that
Maybe
little
what I'm
thing,
thinking
yeah.
of is more like if we have like a lobby of our friends coming over, they can spend
fuck
time
is
in
he-
there.
what is he pitching now?
They can spend time in there playing video
Where's
games.
this lobby
While
happening?
we're, a lobby. While we're like on camera.
We're set building now. Cool.
and then
The
it's like,
backyard?
hey, Adam's gonna take a break for 2 hours and go to the lobby and play this Bruce Willis video game.
Suck on
And then
this.
he'll come back in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right,
just
we're,
want
call,
everybody to have-
we're
You're about
calling
to
it now.
close the
We're
laptop.
calling it now.
You're about
I'm about
to
to
close
slap.
the
I'm about to
laptop. Okay.
slam Adam's.
Oh, we
thing.
got one more.
Oh,
We got one
more.
more. Too sweet tab.
Sweet Cat 499. Thank you so much. You guys are my favorite people to watch on YouTube.
YouTube. I'm calling it that from now on.
I'm just playing.
YouTube.
I'm just playing.
YouTube.
I want to ask, what obscure DC characters do you want to see in James? Do you want to see James Gunn's? I'm exhausted. James Gunn bring back into the spotlight.
Plastic
or bring into
Man.
the spotlight.
Martian Manhunter.
Um,
He's kind of obscure.
God damn.
Static
there's
is.
a, Static Shock, man, would be so cool.
He's not really obsure, but like, yeah, he
To
has never
general
had a live
audiences,
action
he's
movie.
obscure.
Yeah.
Jack Black is
Yeah.
Music Meister.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about some like
Booster Gold for sure. You know, he's
Which is
only
happening.
been in Smallville, but
But Batman villains that never got their due, like Clayface.
Clayface, Man Bat.
Yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Batmite.
That'd be
for
great.
sure.
Batmite.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
That
crazy.
could be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, a Polynesian Aquaman. I just want a Pacific Islander Aquaman.
All right, shut it off,
please.
Lucas. Lucas,
Hawaiian
shut it
Aquaman.
off.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Come on.
Mr. Freeze would be dope.
Get out
Mr.
of
Freeze
here. We
would be
need the new
absolutely
one. Come
incredible.
on.
Blue Beetle, yes, but
Teen
also
Titans, yeah,
more,
that's
a good
more,
one.
more black and brown.
Lena says, I'm in the
characters.
lobby right
Lena's
now.
in the lobby waiting
Okay,
for you
great.
to let her in.
Oh,
my
whoops,
God.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Night, boys. Good night, John. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
$1.99.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
it's
so
midnight
much.
on the East Coast.
It
It's
is.
midnight in California, too.
That's a perfect time to wrap out. We got a long way to go home.
No, you're supposed to say it's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
No, it's
Which it is.
midnight.
It's past,
It's past
your
my
bedtime.
Mimi's.
Yeah,
It's time for Mimi's.
All right, guys. We
Guys,
gotta
Thank
go
you so
sleep.
much.
Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. Also, I did see that somebody either on Discord or in the comments of our last podcast said to set up a Streamlabs because Streamlabs apparently takes a much smaller cut of your donations than YouTube does.
Okay.
So we will set that up for next week as well if you would prefer to use Streamlabs.
Okay. Do we still stream on YouTube? Live stream on YouTube or no?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait,
no,
it's
yeah.
Streamlabs to YouTube?
Streamlabs is like a website basically.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
I see.
yes,
Okay.
yes. I've used it
We've
before.
used it
Yeah,
before.
we've used it before. Yeah,
yeah.
it's been a long time. So we'll set that up for next week too. If people prefer to use that than YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks for looking out for us. We really
Yeah,
We've
appreciate
had
it.
200 people on here concurrently. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get it to 1,000.
Y'all psychos are still here,
Let's
man.
get it to
I love
1,000.
it. I love it.
Wow.
I think when I think about the podcast and doing a live every week, that's what I hope we get to. Is
Yeah.
like I can't wait till we have 1,500 live viewers.
Yeah.
Whether if it's
that'd
in
be
6
great.
months or a year or a year and a half, that would be.
We might
really,
have to
really
show
cool.
some skin, boys. We might have
Yeah.
to show some
I think so.
more
I
skin.
think
Slipping
so.
it.
It's going to have to be on OnlyFans.
Yeah, it might be. It might be.
I'm ready, dude. I'm open to it.
Thank you guys so
Cool,
much for
thank you.
watching. Check out all the uncut reactions for everything that we're watching. I swear to God, it'll all be on YouTube soon. We love you. Join the Discord, and we'll see you guys next week.
My ears hurt.